Send me your shit. That's why.
You didn't ask me to send me your shit.
Yeah, I
Dave,
usually don't
Dave,
have to ask.
you're also capable of posting your own stuff, like, the videos you're supposed to post.
This is very true.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, one of the videos is going up tomorrow after I build the bunny residence before my group.
All right, I'm recording.
Oh shit!
Oh.
That's
yeah. You said we're recording, so like, all right, might as well stop recording.
No, I mean I'm recording the video, dick.
I know, so
Okay,
I figured,
yeah,
so I figured maybe we should start the actual recording.
I'm recording now too.
Hold on, I'm not recording it because audition hasn't opened up. But are we doing best of the rest tonight?
Yeah, what do we want to do? Which one?
I mean, we can do a topical Rumble one if we really want to.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense, but I don't know I haven't watched enough Rumbles.
I mean, there's only a couple ones that you need to know, like the first one, Hacksaw Jim Duggan one.
Yeah.
There's the one where the title was on the line, where I believe it was Flair one.
Tear in my eye.
Yep, tear in his eye.
You have Austin winning 3 Rumbles.
Yeah, you have Cena winning like 3 Rumbles.
Cena's only won twice.
2. Yeah, Batista's won 2. Orton's won 2.
What was this, 132?
Won 1.
This is 132, right?
132.
Yeah.
Is this my official 100th episode? I actually really want to check.
It might be. Yeah, you haven't missed one. It hasn't been just me and Dave.
Yes, I have. When I went to see Danny.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We might.
But it's still like, yeah. No, there was one where I was studying for my test.
Wait, no, never mind. That was when Will wasn't there, and then when me and Ricky had Slack on.
That was a great episode.
My one regret in podcasting history.
But you didn't get the.
I couldn't be there for Slack.
Slack couldn't be there for himself.
He's in his basement.
He might have gotten out.
Get out or kicked out.
I don't know. Oh, I gotta find it out. When was Money for the Marks?
It was 31 or 32 or 33.
It was actually 33. So next week.
Next week, yay!
Next week will be the 100th episode.
Okay, I'm starting with Seth Rollins. He's winning the Rumble.
In theory. Speaking of Rumble, you want to see some shit before we start?
Is it 4 pages? How many pages is it?
Well, no. The Rumble card is 1 page.
Thank God.
The NXT card obviously is 1 page. What they came out since PW Scorecards has also their Patreon. I don't know why they have a Patreon to do things you can do on a computer, but that's just me. Like, this is literally just me. But they have a Royal Rumble entrant prediction card.
Dude, no way. No.
Look, where you can predict who shows up at what time.
I know who's 30.
Well, 30's already filled. 30's already filled in for you.
I hope R-Truth doesn't show up.
I think R-Truth is gonna come out at the same time Carmella is for the women's, and then she's gonna send him to the back, and then he's gonna get attacked before coming out for the men's.
I don't even know how you do this either.
So you gotta assume Bubba Ray Dudley might come back at 16.
The way he talks about WWE on Busted Open, sometimes I think that's a dafty no.
There's a couple of numbers that are pretty historic. Like number 5 is usually the alumni number.
Really?
Mm-hmm. There's a hype video on ESPN about the Rumble.
27 is the big number.
27 is the lucky number because most people have won from 27.
Yeah. I think number 8 is a good number. People have won from number 8 as well.
I think Shawn Michaels the only one to win from 12.
Shawn also won from number 1.
So Rey Mysterio won from number 2.
It was Mysterio and Benoit.
Well, Mysterio won from number 2.
And Shawn Michaels won from number 1.
Yeah.
And then Benoit did it, but they can't say that he did it.
And McMahon did it too.
McMahon came from number 2.
And Alberto Del Rio won the 40-man Royal Rumble.
Yeah, which was originally the biggest one, but not anymore.
Yeah, now it's that Saudi house show. That Braun Strowman was given a belt and a trophy.
We can call that Greatest Royal Rumble. There wasn't controversy then.
Yeah. We're allowed.
Yeah, we can call it Greatest Royal Rumble, even though it was a okay card. I'm looking on What Culture. So, interesting facts about the Rumble. Kane's been in the most Rumbles.
Jericho has had the most time overall.
Really?
Yeah, he. It was Triple H until the last Rumble Jericho's in. Now I think Jericho's total time in Rumbles has been 5 hours and 39 minutes.
Well, he's not
That's
coming
5
back for this
Rumbles.
one.
Right? All right. So let's figure best of the rest.
Best Rumble surprise.
Yeah, craziest Rumble moment.
The Hurricane was a big one.
The Hurricane was a good one.
That was fun. So,
I definitely think 2016 when you heard the beginning music to AJ Styles' music.
yeah, too bad the camera crew screwed it up.
Yeah, Kevin Dunn really fucked the
they
pooch on that one.
they were just chilling on Roman Reigns, being like, "Whose music is this?"
Yeah, Roman Reigns' shit face. And be like, what's going on, guys?
Hey guys, I'm cool, right? I'm allowed. I'm allowed on the stage, right,
Oh,
guys?
who's this guy?
Ooh.
Oh, is this the Mr. AJ Styles? Oh, never heard of him.
Wow. This
What?
sucks. So someone bought 2 tickets for the 2019 Super Bowl, both box seats, and paid $6,000 both, but he didn't
Yeah.
realize that it's the same day as his wedding.
What a dumbass. What a dumbass.
That's terrible.
That's hilarious.
Wow, most #1 entries. Bret Hart. Most interesting groups.
Let's do greatest Rumble moment. It can be anything.
Shawn
Well, I
Michaels
think
skinning the cat.
Quickest elimination is Santino Marella.
Yes, I believe so.
Most eliminations is Kane.
Most
And-
number 30 entries goes to the Taker.
Wow, and he hasn't won. Damn.
The Undertaker doesn't need a freaking to win the Rumble to be headline WrestleMania.
What's
'Cause
that
it's
noise I hear?
automatic. Huh?
What's that noise I hear?
That's not on my end.
It's my
Your
computer
fan again?
That's the gaming fan, yeah.
God damn.
I'm turning up as much shit as I can.
We might get Taker Balor this year.
Demon versus Phenom.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that.
I'm okay with that.
If Balor
I'll
goes
live.
over.
I'd rather see Phenom versus Phenomenal one.
I would as well, but I don't know what he's doing.
No one knows what he's doing.
All right, let's start. Let's do greatest Rumble moment.
You want to do, but you want to do best of the rest now and then switch and then do. So
No,
best of the rest is a sideshow.
Yeah, I know it's its own thing. Let's do it. Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it now.
I gotta change the name of this fucking audio.
Yeah, I do too.
Wait, so are
Let's
we
do a new
record-
one. Yeah, do record your own audio, Davis, like always.
No,
Yeah.
but I'm saying, am I recording best of the rest, saving that file, then recording episode?
Yes.
Correct.
That's so whatever.
No, because it makes sense for me editing, Dave.
Yeah. And then you can just edit 2 videos. Like you'll have to edit the best of the rest segment in the video, Will, and then you'll edit the whatever we do for the show.
I was
Like,
thinking for
clip
audio
cuts.
too, but yeah, also for video.
Yeah.
God, that's gonna save me so much trouble.
It's all well. This will save you trouble because it's gonna be all one video.
Oh yeah, duh. I'm just gonna put the intro and the outro and the watermarks in.
Yeah.
Okay, best of the rest,
Greatest.
episode 132, Dusty Dave. Save. Okay, I'm recording.
Alright.
That's
I'm recording.
my-
Alright. You recording, Mickey?
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
We don't have music for this, do we?
No, not at all.
Yeah, fuck it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first edition of Best of the Rest, the rebrand, the reshoot, the
2.0.
And the
the
Patreon exclusive show.
the rebuild, redesign, reclaim, whatever the fuck Seth Rollins said it was.
Who the fuck knows?
Whatever. So this is Best of the Rest. We're bringing it back just for you patrons. So Mr. Fretz, this is just for you, and we're gonna do
And
favorite
Wade.
And we're gonna do favorite patron. I'm just kidding. This week, this month actually is just for the third $3 tiers and up. So this month we are doing the greatest Royal Rumble moment of all the times, as Santino would say.
All the times.
So before we actually get into our favorites, let's get into some of the good ones. The first one that comes to mind is Rey Mysterio lasting 62 American minutes.
In dedication to Eddie Guerrero.
Guerrero.
Yeah, first ever women's Royal Rumble.
First ever women's Royal Rumble was a great one. Anything that Kofi Kingston has ever done to escape being eliminated.
John Morrison did it better.
Biggie caught him, handstand, jumped on this chair.
Pancake.
Pogo stick.
And he jumped on the barricade.
He jumped from the barricade to the ring apron, which Morrison never did.
No, Morrison, that's what Morrison did.
No. Like, he jumped. Was it a standing jump, Dave? I was watching this the other day, too.
Like, he was getting eliminated, and he made it to the wall, and then from the wall, he jumped back to the ring.
No, not like Kofi did.
To the internet! All right, talk some more Kofi spots.
The New Day caught him, and they just, like, walked him around the ring. One time...
Oh, the Adam Rose.
The Rosebuds, yeah. The Rosebuds caught him.
Oh my God, that's a name I haven't heard in ages.
Yeah, because
I know, right?
totally
I think Braun Strowman actually caught him. Spider-Man. All right, John Morrison, Spider-Man. That's
John Morrison.
John Morrison was eliminated, but then he jumped
caught
and he caught the barricade. Then he shimmied over, and then he extended his feet, and then pushed off.
Yeah, that's what Kofi did. Kofi literally.
I'm currently watching it. He's on the apron. He gets bumped, jumps. Yeah, no, see, he does the Spider-Man. He's kind of hanging there.
No, but he gets on top and he runs and then jumps back onto it.
That's what Kofi does.
It's like a long jump. Kofi long jumped the apron to the barricade to the apron.
He jumps back to the steps. All right, fuck John Morrison's not cool at all.
Told you.
Pussy. Johnny Mundo.
Didn't Kofi walk on his hands?
Yeah, Kofi did do a handstand. New Day was watching it on SmackDown this week. I actually watched it.
Wow, Will actually watched SmackDown.
Well, guys.
Naomi's escape was good.
Naomi did a good one. She did the chair thing like Kofi did.
Yeah, except she didn't pogo stick it. She did pretty much a one-person wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
What was another good moment? Beth Phoenix kissing Great Khali till he got eliminated.
Yeah. Edge watches that one and goes, ugh, yeah. I married her.
Karma taking out Michael Cole.
Oh my god.
Awesome Kong.
Oh, Karma. Fucking
when all three announcers got into
last year. It was last year when fucking Heath Slater never got to the ring.
No, he got to the ring and then Sheamus brought him in and then he eliminated Sheamus on his birthday.
He eliminated Sheamus. Him just getting everything gets laid out hilarious.
Didn't Carmella kept getting laid out?
No, Carmella got laid out once by Vicky Guerrero.
Yeah. That Women's Rumble was a very good Rumble, but
Vicky Guerrero showing up in the Women's Rumble was hysterical.
It was hysterical, right, Ricky? Let's start with you, Ricky. What is your favorite Royal Rumble moment?
Oh, this is hard because I'm thinking of moments that I'm not gonna pick. A crazy moment was John Cena returning from injury early in 2008.
The first time we did Best of the Rest, that was mine, but
yeah.
I picked something better this time around.
That one's kind of crazy because that's one of the last big shows we ever did in the Garden. He had the Garden on their feet for that.
The Black Hustle Loyalty Respect shirt.
Yes, that one. That same Rumble is when you had Piper versus Snuka.
Yep.
Randomly. That's also the same Rumble which started out with Taker and Shawn.
Shawn. Yep.
That's a wild Rumble in and of itself, but I'm not picking that one. When Diesel returned to Detroit was nuts.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
The dyed hair Diesel. It's just dude, Kevin Nash, I've seen you in TNA. Your hair is white as snow. You're not fooling nobody.
When Diesel returned in Detroit was
when Bubba Ray returned in Philly.
That was a good one, even though there wasn't Devon with it. That was still a good moment. When the Hurricane showed up last last year when Ty Dillinger made his initial appearance at the 10 spot in San Antonio, one of the biggest Rumbles ever. That was nuts. But I think
Yeah,
the
I'm
biggest.
wearing the San Antonio Rumble jersey.
All right.
Oddly specific. Ricky, you've enough stalling. What is your favorite goddamn moment?
it's AJ Styles making his WWE debut at number 3 in the 2016 Rumble. It was perfect. It was in Orlando where he made his name under the TNA banner. He debuts in Orlando. It was one of the best kept secrets at the time, and it shocked the world. And that started the greatest rookie run in WWE history.
I think
By
Lon
rookie,
has
I
something to
mean
say about that.
by rookie, I mean like first year in the company.
Right. Yeah, that's a good one. Him showing up because people thought when he came to WWE, like, how's Vince gonna ruin him? Like he did Shinsuke,
That's
like he's
true.
done so many times. But no, AJ, like Macho Man always said, "Oh yeah, cream always rises to the top, brother."
Ooh, tickets.
Dave, no thoughts on AJ?
I mean, that was going to be mine. I even was hinting at that beforehand. So, not very happy Ricky chose it. But my favorite moment's going to be 2002 when Triple H returned after he completely tore his muscle off of his leg. We
Which
all
time?
remember. No, the first time, and he came back in the Triple H jean jacket, and
That was on Raw.
Yeah.
no, yeah, he came back in January, but he won that year's Royal Rumble.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So you're saying the moment he actually won it.
Yes,
Got it.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
because there have been lesser people who have had the same injury who haven't returned to the same uh status that they were in, same physical specimen, so to say.
Oh, when you're
But
begging the boss's daughter, it
yeah.
kind of has its perks.
Oh but I'm saying like people have had that injury and not like come back to the same place they were in the company
True.
because of the injury, but he came back, and if I'm not mistaken, he's had that exact same injury multiple times.
He did it once
So
more.
that's mine. Will, what about you?
That sucks. He tore his quad off the bone twice.
Yeah.
Was it the same quad?
I want to say it was, but
I
I'm
might
not
sue
sure.
the doctor, but like, Doc, you're supposed to fix this shit.
Yeah, I wish you would sue Dr. James Andrews, the best sports doctor in the fucking world.
Yeah, is he the one who fixed Stone Cold?
Dr. James Andrews
Just fixed
has
everybody.
fixed everybody.
Mm.
He is the lead sports medicine doctor for the University of Alabama and Auburn University and the Washington Redskins at the same time.
Yeah, everyone and their mother has gone to Andrews.
Yeah, you're not a superstar unless you get healed by Dr. James Andrews.
All right. Well, speaking of torn quads, my favorite Rumble moment is when Vince tore both of them.
Oh my God! Was it that's when Batista and John went over the same time, right? And he went to restart it, and he was just like shouting commands from his fucking ass
because they screwed up, right?
It's because sometimes the best things in life just happen naturally. And Batista and John went over, touched the exact same time. Refs were arguing. Vince storms down, slides into his ring, tears both his quads. And he's just sitting there barking orders. Although, how tough you have to be to tear both of your quads and not just scream out like a little girl in pain. Vince took that like a real man.
Yeah, I don't know how he did it because that was that.
He
What was the
too
actual?
hard, man.
Sure. What was the actual finish to that match? What was the original finish?
Batista was supposed to win, but John Cena, when he was running the ropes to knock him over,
he took too much momentum, right?
Yeah, too much momentum, so they both went over. Batista was supposed to basically suplex him over the rope.
Gotcha.
But John Cena went with too much momentum with the clothesline, so they both went over and hit at the same time.
I will say
they're both too big and muscular.
Yeah, I will say because if you watch that back, they don't miss a beat. Like everybody in that scenario played it off perfectly, like
Yeah.
it was supposed to happen.
Yeah, hearing
I
Batista
mean-
tell his story too is hilarious because like he says it and, like he sees Vince coming down, he's like scared, and then once he tears his quads, he couldn't help but like laugh, trying not to laugh.
And I
right
mean,
in Vince's face.
and another feel good moment was Edge's return from injury and winning
yeah.
the Rumble.
Oh, that is a good one.
You know what I
Beard-
miss about?
Beard Edge.
That's true. You know what I miss about those Rumble times is who was it? Who was the announcer that they fired for being Striker? Striker used to mark out on the mic all the time for Rumble entrances. Was it Matt Striker?
Matt Striker was an announcer. He was what?
Yeah, he used to mark out all the time for the Rumble entrances.
Wasn't
you listen back to that-
wasn't it Adam Way?
No, not Mike Adamle. No, it was Striker.
Matt Striker would mark out over everything.
Yeah, it was great.
Like I hated Matt Striker in WWE because he treated us like we were all stupid. But Matt Striker in Lucha Underground is amazing. But that is a story for another day. That will wrap it up here for Best of the Rest, spelled WREST as in wrestling.
Wrestling.
Yeah, haven't
Thank
said
you
that in a
to
while.
everyone in the Patreon. Comment below and tell us your favorite Royal Rumble match. Tell us if we're right. Tell us if we're wrong. And tell us if it's a moment that actually happened on Raw.
Dude, fuck
Yeah.
off.
You at least hey, we were wrong. We were wrong. And tell us what you want us to talk about next month. Maybe the favorite chamber spot. And spoiler alerts when Kennedy fought Ric Flair.
Yeah, no.
No Way Out 2008. All right. Bye-bye,
Good night.
everybody. Subscribe. You know the deal.
Yes.
Laters. All right. Wonderful. Back to regular one.
Okay. Well, now I need to save and export it.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, doesn't have you let two files open at once. That's hilarious.
I'm really gonna push to get a laptop next month for my birthday. Be like, give me a laptop, please.
Yep. The Will Tarashuk PC fund is now at like over $300 in my safe. So
Nah.
a thousand more to go.
What are you trying? What should you trying to get a gaming PC, right?
Yeah. I'll send you the specs. I'll send you the whole list
Okay.
in case you're wondering.
No.
Okay. Okay, my thing's exported. Now I'm opening a new one, and I'm recording the new one. Yay.
I'm recording.
I am not doing any of those things yet. Dun, 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 dun. Na, 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 na. New.
Chicka chicka papa, chicka chicka papa.
Did you just do Doug Funny?
Yes, I did. I'm so glad you picked up on it.
Because
I mean,
because I used to do it all the time too.
Yo, Will, are you going to be getting Kingdom Hearts 3?
It's already pre-ordered.
Yo,
I
it's going to be
got the deluxe
sick.
edition. Dude, I've been waiting like 10 years for this goddamn game. It's coming in Tuesday. Although I picked up a shipped at work, so I completely forgot it was coming out that day. But it's in the mail anyway, so I'll get back at like 7 o'clock and I'll be playing it all night.
What
I'm
are you
gonna
doing
pull it all
now?
night and just play it.
Yo,
Hearts
Kingdom
3
Hearts 3.
Oh, that's right.
comes out next Tuesday.
I was never up on Kingdom Hearts. This is-
Well, you're wrong.
You're missing out.
Well, it was always a PlayStation exclusive, but now it's not. And I was never a PlayStation person at all.
I've always been a PS guy, although I had a 360, which is the best system ever. Although no, PS2 is the best one ever. All right, I am
I know.
recording.
Xbox One X is pretty dope. I'm recording as well.
All right.
I've been recording.
3, 2, 1. All right. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that you are hearing Burn It Down because Seth Rollins is my pick for the 2019 Rumble of Royalties victory. Welcome, everyone.
And we're
to
done tonight, folks. See you later.
Yes, without doing Keith Thomas, ARA, cooking next week for the results. This is the King's Wings podcast, episode number 132, the 2019 Rumble of Royalties preview show, including NXT, the Royal Rumble, and all of that and more, right here on rantwithant.com, KOTR_podcast, anywhere and everywhere on social media. We are everywhere and anywhere podcasts can be found, including SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, right? We're on Stitcher? I don't know where the fuck else.
I don't know. We're somewhere.
And I asked her to get a hold of the feature to actually get it. Keith Thomas, ARASHUK. It's me. It's with Lee T. Sethron, better win. I'm going to lose a lot of money. Dave, how are you?
Yo, what's up? What's up? It's the dustiest man in the game. Big Davey Cool, Dusty Dave. You can find me on Twitter, KOTR_Dusty Dave. Facebook, David Malkwich, MALKIEWICH. You can find me on Instagram, OZTEP08, and Snapchat, OZTEP. Other than work today, I am phenomenal. I am T-minus 6, give or take, days until I'm finished with court in my program. Well, program on 5, but court next Wednesday. So I'm fucking happy. I'm going to be watching the Rumble of Royalties with the one Willie T. Yo, can we get those wings? Can we get those wings again?
I gotta remember which ones they were from, but if I go through my Seamless and look at their order history, I'm sure they're there.
But so to more of that later. Where would I be without the microphone master, King Ricky Rose?
The king of royalties.
The king of royalties. That's true. I am the king of royalties. Although the Royal Bank of Rose did not shell out for Phoenix at all. Although I was this close to going. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is King Ricky Rose of the Kings of the Rings podcast, your social media ambassador of KOTR_podcast on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, and your general manager of Wrestle Addict Radio. Check out our other shows, Not Your Mama's Soap Opera, Gift of Podcast, Fourth Wall, WrestleCast. I'm missing one. Oh, Smash This. J-Bone and Smash This.
Did you get what about J-Bone?
I did say Gift. J-Bone does a great job, by the way. Check out J-Bone. But you can find me personally on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all about hot shit. Some people's DMs, less people's text messages, because I really don't message anybody these days. At Ambassador Biggs, BIGZ, Ambassador Biggs. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Rumble of Royalties number 3. Is it number 3 now?
2.
Is it 2?
2. It was last year we did it because Matt Hardy was back.
That's true. Yeah, excellent. It's Rumble of Royalties 2. We've got a lot of stuff to go through. We have some wacky predictions to think about. We've got a lot to talk about. We did a best of the rest, which is coming out for Patreons only, about best Rumble moments. So it's Rumble season. I'm pretty excited for, because I don't know what the hell is going to happen.
A lot is going to happen, and we will break all that down. Be sure to check out our Patreon, buy our merch, support the brand, but we will get back to the predictions of everything NXT Royal Rumble right after this. Just add, chicka papa, chicka papa.
Can that be our segue back into the show?
Oh my god!
Just see if anybody figures it out. Like,
no, all right, Ricky. Here's what we're gonna do. Since you are running the show, because it's a review show, you're gonna bring us back, and I'm gonna go do. All right. So that it has been 30 seconds. Whenever you're ready.
All right, folks. Welcome back to the Kings of the Rings podcast show. It is the first. She's such a dick. It is the first.
Fuck off, Will. Let him talk. Oh my God, Will, stop.
All right, let's go to last.
Ricky, what we got?
All right, we're good. All right, so we're gonna start off, folks, with Royal Rumble weekend. It's going to be going down in Phoenix. I know a couple people that are going to be there. They have access. Don't forget, it's the beginning of the War of the Worlds tournament this week as well.
It's when worlds collide.
Whatever. I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to be.
Will the Beats be playing live?
I need more allowance.
I'm not gonna lie. I have the entire Beats collection on my iPod, which is
I had it too. I had that and Banging on a Trash Can.
I have all of them. It's Banging on a Trash Can.
I'm literally going on Spotify to see if the Beats are on Spotify.
No.
Anyway, Ricky, first match scorecard.
Yeah, it's when Worlds Collide tournament's going on. They're bringing back Access. Access seems to be a big deal this year. They're really trying to make these big fours like really massive big fours. I'm interested to see what they do. The beats are on Spotify, aren't
They're on
they?
Spotify, yep.
Nice.
I believe Cody Repass was able to snag a meet and greet for Stephanie and Triple H. So Cody, enjoy that. Again? Yeah. Well, from what I read, apparently some of the sales for the Access stuff weren't going as well. So I'm what a lot of people on Twitter think is that's why they're bringing out some of the heavy hitters.
Well, that's what always happens when people don't sell. Steph and Triple H just jump right in there.
Yeah,
it's like, all right, we'll take Giacobi money.
Yo, I think Giacobi got their meet and greet too, and I think he's gonna bring one of his pictures from the prior meet and greet to get autographed.
Yo.
Hey, here's a picture of us three. Can you sign this picture of us three?
Don't worry, I'll sign it later when I become famous.
Steph, sign over your tits.
No, he's gonna have sticky notes all over the picture on where to sign and what to sign.
Yeah, so who knows with Giacobi. Shout out to Big Dick Nick, whatever he's doing.
Big Dick
in
Nick.
life right now. Yeah, prayers up to Big Dick Nick and his family and all that stuff. So all right, so let's get to this TakeOver Phoenix card, which in my opinion isn't the most exciting TakeOver right now.
Yeah, I agree.
It's early in the year, but like I don't know. But like I say that sometimes, and then all of a sudden TakeOver just surprises you with how good it is.
We said
how many matches are there? 5 or 6?
There is 5 official matches on this scorecard. For those of you watching the video at some point, Patreon members, obviously, PW Scorecards makes these fascinating, amazing scorecards where you can try to predict the show. Usually you fuck up all the time, but hey, it's a fun time for everybody.
I get them right.
So the first match, sometimes you do. So the first match on PW Scorecards NXT TakeOver Phoenix Scorecard is the only non-title match of the night, and it's a rematch. It's the King of Bros Matt Riddle versus
the gatekeeper, basically.
The knockout artist Cassius Ohno.
I hope he knocks him out in 4 seconds again.
Or
I hate Cassius Ohno.
Doesn't exist.
I hate Cassius Ohno so much.
So does Eddie Kingston. So who's winning? Seriously, who's winning this and why? Do you even care about this?
Matt Riddle for reasons.
I definitely think Riddle's going to be winning. In NXT, his storyline, was put on the shelf with after being attacked by Cassius Ohno, and Cassius Ohno also has had a small little feud with Keith Lee, Matt Riddle's bro, and I definitely think we're gonna not a decisive victory, but it's gonna be a good victory, and I'm hoping that it elevates maybe Riddle into the next competitor for whoever wins the North American Championship. I think it's too early for him to be in the NXT title picture with Ciampa ruling that, but I definitely think this is a King of Bro time.
You know what? Just a sidebar, real quick. You know how on Raw, Ryder and Kurt Hawkins got back together?
Yeah.
The Major Bros.
I forgot about it, but yeah.
Yeah. So I forgot who I was. I might have been talking to Deuce. And he was talking about how what if Matt Riddle, Kurt Hawkins, and Zack Ryder got together and they became like the kings of bro wrestling.
Oh my God!
I mean, that would ruin Matt Riddle's career.
No, it would be amazing. King of Bro Wrestling. It's like the 3 ultimate bros, except for Kurt Hawkins. But
throw Mojo in there too, right?
Yes. They'll be the bro style faction.
God, that'd be terrible.
But no,
Matt Riddle's winning this, and Cassius Ohno is gonna make him put on shoes. That's what the whole feud's about.
I think so. Oh, well, those frog slippers are great.
Dave asked a good. Yeah, the frog slippers are great. Dave asked a good question. Where does he go from here? I think he needs another feud, but with who? I think Lars Sullivan would have been good, but no one knows what's going to happen to him.
No, I mean, we'll talk about Lars Sullivan more when
appropriate.
When the Rumble conversation. I think he could be a potential surprise entrant for the Rumble. From what I've read, they're moving forward with him. I'm not sure what that means considering his anxiety problem.
Which means
but,
they upped the Xanax, is what you're telling me.
Ugh. Dangerous business.
Or it's
But
Clonopin, actually.
whatever. But Matt Riddle, guys, I'm not really sold on Matt Riddle. Like we
Don't
saw.
let Ant hear you.
I know, Ant. I'm sorry. I know he's your friend and all, but he needs to put on a good showing here. Like his in ring, it's. I have no qualms with his in ring. I've seen him live. He's fantastic. I don't get his character really. Like
He's a bro.
dude, he's bro.
I know he's like a California surfer bro dude, but it's not clicking with me. There's a misconnection here somewhere. I don't know what it is, but I'm just like his promos. It's just it feels a little too forced.
His promos do feel forced. I also feel that he's not like he's such a top tier talent. They just like shoved him on TV. They're like, here, go now.
Yeah.
You know, without like really like putting in some work with him. I mean, granted, yes, he's a great talent. He is a huge prospect, a great acquisition.
Star.
Yeah, he's a star in the making, but you still need to make the star. That's why you go to the performance center to make the star. That's why you have promo classes to make the star.
I mean, I personally think he's fine right now, but it's hard. NXT has such a stacked roster that they're not able to, on a consistent enough basis, show themselves. So it's hard to, yeah. So I think that's really what it comes down to. Yeah, he was put right on TV, but he has that kind of star power that he was able to be put right on TV. I don't have any qualms with him. Like every time I've seen him perform, it's always like a sight to behold. Yeah, and I like how he's adapting to WWE and NXT. I would like to see him win this match with a submission.
Ooh, I like his submission because he's
the
an
bro mission.
Yeah, because he's an actual UFC fighter. But Ricky, what's the next match?
Next match on the card. The rest of these matches are championship matches. We're gonna go with with Dave snorting in the mic. With an NXT Tag Team Championship match, Undisputed Era with Adam Cole and Bobby Fish versus the War Raiders. Big question is, do the Undisputed Era actually retain these titles? Or is it time for the War Raiders to take them?
I think it's time for the War Raiders. That's just my personal opinion. I mean, we saw them make their debut on the NXT taping before Brooklyn.
New Orleans. It was Nola.
Okay, Nola, my bad. I have my takeovers. But no, and mind you, like I followed them when they were War Machine in New Japan, and like they're super talented, and I don't think if the Undisputed Era loses these titles, it takes anything away from them. I also think that they're being primed for a call up. I'm hoping in Mania season. And I'd like to see a new tag team title feud go into TakeOver Brooklyn 5.
I would love to see them get called up together to one show, because I think they're that powerful. I think they're that powerful of a faction that you don't split them up. You keep them together for as long as possible. As long as they can keep going, you keep them together. It's the same thing with the New Day. If the New Day can still keep going, you keep them together until that fucking ship sinks.
100%. I think they're keeping the belts. Because this is something Giacobi would always talk about on Who Got Next. Check it out on MyThant.com. About how they're above the titles.
Yes.
And because of that, putting the titles on War Raiders hurts the War Raiders. As weird as that sounds, because people love Undisputed so much. They're so popular that you can't take them off. Like, it's almost like a heel team to take them off to get heat. Like, War Raiders are going to get heat if they take them off. And I think the War Raiders are going to have those belts. I think it's just going to be around Mania time.
I mean,
I can see them.
I see what you're saying with like the title thing, but I like in the same respect. I think they're over the. I think they're bigger than the titles, and that's why I think they don't need them.
They may
Like,
not need them, but I think you need Undisputed Era to carry them into Mania season.
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessary, but that's just me. I'm going more Raiders.
We'll also think about it this way as well. Mania season is in New York City. It's in Brooklyn. Every time there's an NXT Takeover Brooklyn 5 coming up in August. It's very WrestleMania. Granted, their WrestleMania this
April.
year's acts, huh?
You said August. It's April.
Whatever. Granted,
Very different.
one's cold, one's hot. Granted, this Brooklyn 5 is going to be during April during WrestleMania, and now it's actually their WrestleMania during WrestleMania. Brooklyn is always kind of the season ender.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And I think
It was the first one, which is the same with the WrestleMania was. But
yeah, so I think this is the best. I think that's the best time for them to drop it and then move over to,
do you think they're gonna hold it all? Do you think they're gonna hold it all the way till August?
No. I'm saying Brooklyn because they're not going back. They're going to be in Toronto.
They're going to Toronto.
Oh right. Okay. So that makes sense. Okay.
So
now drop
it in Brooklyn. Have them all go over to one
and then
of the
and then they get called up after Mania.
Yeah, they run a rough shot.
Or maybe they don't. I don't know. Like the main roster is too crowded for a new faction.
Well,
unless they want to wait for October and bring them up with SmackDown. But I don't like that's too much talk. We need to have another time. I'm picking Undisputed Era with some shenanigans.
I'm picking War Raiders.
I'm gonna go with Undisputed Era. The tag titles need to stay on them for just a little bit longer.
A bit. All right, next. We talking about Bianca Belair next?
No, we're not talking about Phil's favorite person.
Okay, we're going to talk about Gargano.
Gargano versus Ricochet.
Oh, you mean match of the weekend?
Match of the year.
Yeah.
This is going to be a match of the year candidate by far. Match of the year candidate. I mean, we just saw Johnny wrestle at Evolve over this past weekend, which, by the way, phenomenal show as fucking always.
If you guys haven't checked it out, you have to check out Evolve.
Please check out Evolve.
It's such a great show. I've only gone to 2. They've gone to 2 additional ones, but it's always a good time. And
I'm a fan of Evolve.
Yeah, we got a chance to meet the Street Profits. I got a chance to meet Gargano. Like, if you haven't, check them out. It's worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, that return entrance was crazy when he came out.
Yeah, it was pretty dope.
Yeah.
It was a fun time.
It's a fun time. So, like, I mean, I would love to see Gargano win this, but I think Gargano's on his way up sooner rather than later. I feel that same way for Ciampa and Alistair as well. So they don't have too many more takeovers left, and I don't see Gargano being a transitional champion.
No.
So I think he puts on him and Ricochet put on a match of the year, and Ricochet edges him barely.
I see Gargano with this belt, though. I think with everything that's happened to his story, I think his character needs it.
His character needs it, but does his character get it?
I think he should, because he's not a heel. He's not. I'm sorry, he's not. He's still gonna have that redemption babyface story, and when he does, I think a title it's gonna be very satisfying. He's gonna leave the NXT faithful wanting something a little more.
But what better way would that be than to have him lose? Have his redemption story fall short. That's how he leaves NXT.
Yeah.
No, I don't see Johnny Takeover leaving NXT falling short of that redemption story. I think he wins it here. For how long, I don't know, because I think the belt's great on Ricochet. And
agreed, totally.
And let's be serious, like, the title only debuted at TakeOver New Orleans, and if Gargano wins potentially a third champion in less than a year, and I've always been more preferential to newer titles getting longer title reigns to establish the title. But Adam Cole is your number 1, Ricochet is your number 2. Gargano would be a great a great number 3, and I don't think him and Ciampa go right up yet. So I think we could potentially see some some DIY tandem with both belts on them before they're called up. And it would only make sense for them to each be a champion. So I'm, as much as Ricochet is one of my favorites, I'm going Johnny Takeover.
So you're calling 3 different title reigns, 3 different people holding the title within
A year?
1 year.
the inaugural year.
Yeah. I'm saying that any other time with any other wrestlers, I would say that the champion retains here. But Johnny Gargano, like, his story needs more. And I feel that his redemption story is going to be better after having a run with the title, breaking, like, because he's kind of semi-aligned with Ciampa, and we're seeing Candice LeRae trying to, like, get him out of it. And I think we're going to see that redemption after some time with the title.
I don't think Ciampa needs a mid-card title. I think that just kind of throws the whole story, like, of his past year.
No,
because he's been chasing. Let me finish. He's been chasing that main title. Like, in that show, he's focusing on titles, wins, and championships. But, like, I think it's this match is being thrown in like a lot of the other matches this weekend. It's just going to be an entertaining hell of a match. I think they both kind of need something to do until they can kind of
Come
finish
back
their
together
story.
and clash.
Yeah, because they need closure with Black and Ciampa. They couldn't do it because of the injury. So doing it now, then the real story here is Ciampa and Gargano still. So throwing a mid-card title in it just doesn't make sense to me.
I don't think we're.
I see where Will's going with. He's saying why put the mid-card title on Johnny Gargano when the story's always been about the NXT title and Tommaso Ciampa versus Johnny Gargano. And because like putting the mid-card title in there kind of muddies the waters up. Although it would make a great champion versus champion, but in the hierarchy of championships, everybody goes for the NXT title.
Yeah. I mean, I think a champion versus champion also devalues North American Championship because Ciampa's, it's not going to win over it.
No. And plus, like, you can't call up somebody who's a dual champion.
Yeah, as well. Right. Next match.
Next one. We got a lot of
shit to go through.
Yes, we do. NXT Women's title. Shayna Baszler versus the undefeated Bianca Belair.
All right.
The big question is this Bianca Belair's moment?
Remember what I said about Matt Riddle about not connecting?
Yeah.
Shayna Baszler said it best on NXT the other day. She's overrated.
Wow.
Sorry, Phil. Bianca Belair.
Bold words.
Like over the past few weeks, Bianca, that promo she cut was terrible. I'm sorry, it was awful. Bianca in the ring, I think is okay. I think all she has is an undefeated streak. Now, she has a chance to prove me wrong, and I hope she does. I am going to be watching this match very closely because if Bianca can put on a crazy performance, an absolutely unbelievable performance, her career is made.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the same thing with Kairi Sane. I was not sold on Kairi Sane for a long time. Then she put on a great match in Brooklyn with Shayna.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, sold.
Yeah, I agree.
Sold now. I mean, I don't feel that same way about Bianca Belair. I think she is everything you would want in a future female, like, champion on the main roster. She does have a little promo work to work on, but then again, you also forget, like, she's a pure D1 athlete. No other athlete in any sport, like, works on talking into a microphone. No other sport like that. Just like you have a class where you work on promos. So
she's got the look.
She's got the look. She's got the physique. Like her, she has a ridiculous body.
Yep.
Like
she's crazy strong.
She's crazy strong. She's broken like all the records in the Performance Center. But she just has to work on her promos, and like that's why she's there. And I think if you put the title on her, I think it's great. Shayna Baszler doesn't have to do any more. Shayna Baszler's a made person. Bianca can elevate herself with the title and the fact that she beat Shayna Baszler.
Mm-hmm.
It's gotta be I think it's going to be a dusty finish. I wish it wasn't because I feel like I'd love to see Bianca go over Shayna Baszler clean. The problem is, and here's the caveat: Bianca's losing to Shayna, but it continues the feud.
I think so as well.
Mm,
And
Yeah.
it's
I mean,
gonna be. Go ahead, Dave.
I was gonna say I definitely see Shayna retaining. I'm not the biggest fan of Shayna, and I think she doesn't need the title anymore. But I disagree. I don't think Bianca's the one to take the belt off of her.
I think
Like,
Bianca is, but I don't think it happens now because the only reason I think Shayna retains is that she still has to carry Jess Manduke and Marina Shafir
Mm-hmm.
until they're ready for the main roster.
On
That's the
her
only reason.
back.
Yeah, that's the only reason I believe Shayna's
Like-
keeping this title for a while.
I personally would like to see Shayna versus Io Shirai for Brooklyn.
Ooh.
I also think Candice LeRae, if she was given more of a chance to show herself in feuds rather than being a side piece in the Gargano thing, I would say Candice LeRae would also be a good name. A lot of people were saying Lacey Evans, she was called up. A lot of people were saying Nikki Cross, she was called up. So, like,
Nikki didn't need to do any more in the main.
she didn't need to, but I'm just listing off names of people who fans have said they would like to see have a run with the title. I'm not like I'm very impressed with Bianca Belair. Phenomenal talent. Her strength is amazing, especially her gorilla deadlift move. But I don't see her winning, and I don't see her being the one to take the title off of Shayna.
I feel like we just all agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all said Shayna's winning.
I think she can. I think she can take it off because who else is there? Like Io, maybe when she's built up enough, but
That's about it.
It's. I think it's too similar to Kairi Sane feud. Like other than the fact that she's a pirate.
Not really.
It's a little different because they both come from athletic backgrounds, which I think is something they should play up as this feud continues because the feud's continuing.
Yeah, most likely. It's just how can she come back from a loss? How can her character bounce back from a loss? Because right now she's built on being undefeated, and once you become defeated, well, look at Asuka.
Well,
that's the story.
That's where Ricky's dusty finish comes into play because she can go on the rant like you had to cheat to beat me.
You can't beat me square up.
You can't beat me square up. Like I'm undefeated in fair matches. Yada yada yada.
Hair up
It
or
speaks
square
for
up.
itself.
Yes, hair up and square up.
All right, next main event, Vicky.
Main event: Tommaso Ciampa, Aleister Black, NXT Championship, Black Swan song.
Yep, 100%.
It's an amazing run for Aleister Black. Great swan song. I want to see him go to the main roster and have just a spooky feud with Bray Wyatt for shits and giggles.
Where the fuck?
Bray Wyatt has to come back first. So
Well,
right?
perfect time for him to come back, or have him and Aleister Black go for the tag team titles.
Oh my god! Please no.
No, I definitely agree with you. This is Aleister's swan song. He was a made star when he debuted. Like he got the vignette treatment. I would have liked to see his.
He also showed up at the UK tournament, the first one.
Yeah, yes, he did. I would have liked to see him get a longer title reign. Obviously, he had the injury. But he's main roster ready, and like he has
Megan Zelina Vega.
They're married, so yes. Please stop interrupting me. He's definitely he's main event main roster ready. So I definitely see them having a phenomenal match. I don't recall Aleister Black having a bad match, but Ciampa's keeping his belt.
100%.
Yeah.
And he's got a feud with Gargano. So, wrestling.
That's your Brooklyn story.
Yeah, this match is going to be excellent, just like it was on NXT TV. I have big expectations, high hopes. and it's gonna give me all the feels. It's gonna be a crazy week. I don't know when the hell I'm gonna watch this thing. I'll have to find some time
I
somewhere.
don't know. Maybe Nikki's doing something. Maybe I'll hit up Nikki. Be like, yeah, what are you doing for Takeover? But also with Takeover, we have unscheduled appearances. So take a shot in the dark. Who is going to show up that we do not expect? Who's your in the crowd appearance? Who's your in the crowd signee? Take a shot in the dark.
Oh,
Candace.
who?
Candice LeRae.
Candice LeRae.
She's
Okay.
on the roster.
I was like, yeah, she's already signed, but all right.
But she's not scheduled. She can show up. She's not scheduled.
Very true. She is an unscheduled appearance.
Indie darling, Eddie
We
Kingston.
could have a lump. Could you imagine?
Austin Theory.
No, he has a belt. Although
AR Fox.
too much.
So are
weed.
you just gonna name everyone from Evolve?
JD Drake.
Stallion.
Yeah,
You want to name
Kurt Stallion's gonna show up.
Orange Cassidy?
I hope they
Oh,
have
God.
Tommy. I hope they have Tommy Dreamer show up in character from Edge and Christian show.
I mean, you
No,
can also
I have no idea. Who haven't they signed?
Well, I heard that they
Yeah.
recently signed Trevor Lee. I believe he will be in the crowd. I know that Kushida from New Japan is planning on coming to WWE, but his contract doesn't expire till the 31st, so he will not be shown. I could see Keith Lee making an appearance, maybe coming out in the Matt Riddle, Cassius Ohno fight.
Yeah.
so I did find a way to go to Phoenix.
Yeah, you'll be there.
Yeah. What else? I mean, Kenny Omega might show up, guys.
His contract also isn't up till the 31st.
Scoop, sad.
Done.
I can also maybe Kushida, but its contract shit might get in the way.
Yeah, he's not gonna show up until after January 31st. So if you go by takeover logic, he'll show up Brooklyn, but I think he's too big of a athlete to announce a signing after the contract's finished to not debut until April. So I think he may have a similar debut the way Shinsuke did, where there will be a video package that announces he's challenging someone at Takeover.
Oh man, I remember that Shinsuke appearance. That was nuts.
Oh my, yeah. Sami Zayn, and with that the staticky video. Oh my god, I popped so hard for that shit.
Yeah, that one was knuckin' futz. He was like, "I'm gonna see you at Takeover, Sami Zayn." We're like, "Oh, what? No, excuse me."
I'll see you in Dallas, Sami Zayn.
Yeah, what a nutso entrance that was. You never know who could show up. We could be wildly surprised. And that's the great thing about Takeover. Yeah, right. That's the great thing about Takeover is that you never know what exactly is going to happen because there's some little twist and turn somewhere. Like, what was it? Seth Rollins showed up and took over San Antonio. He wouldn't let He wouldn't continue to show up to Triple H.
He called out Triple H.
Yeah, that was a good one. So, like I said, Takeover has a way of pulling a rabbit out of a hat each time. So, I'm looking forward to the show. Like I said, I'm not the most excited for it, but I always look forward to a Takeover show. But let's move on to the main show here, the Rumble of Royalties, the Royal Rumble 2019.
Event of the evening.
We were there last year in Philly for a nutso time. It's when we met Rant and Issa and Antisocial Kim. Mance was not there, and G-Rod and everybody. So it's kind of like a homecoming for all of us. What a nutso weekend that was.
Oh my God, Mitchell and Ness. Enough said.
Mitchell and Ness.
Yeah, dude, dead ass, dude. They won the weekend, really.
Yeah. So let's get into it. It's going to be in a baseball field for the first time ever.
I'm excited for the setup.
I'm excited for the setup too.
I'm not. I'm like, I have a lot of reservations. I mentioned this last week. From what I've read, they're looking and what I've seen superstars post. They're looking to have the superstars enter from the first base dugout. Uh,
That's
I'm
so
not.
silly.
I'm not really a fan of it, but then again, I had the same reservations before Mania made its stadium debut. So maybe after this, I'll be more inclined to like them at baseball fields.
I mean, you're not
But
gonna be there, so like your sightline will
yeah,
be
yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, no, I understand, but like hypothetically, like depending on how I when I'm watching it could dictate whether I try to attend a stadium Royal Rumble in the future. Like it's something about it feels off for me. Um, but I guess we'll see. I do like the um shirts that they have
Oh,
with
the
the
Diamondback.
Diamondbacks logo, and then the I was there on the back. They have. I really like how they do their uh on sale live only shirts for their events. We all know I go nuck and futz for Mania merchandise, so
You do. So that Diamondback logo with the rattlesnake means that we're going to get an appearance by Stone Cold Steve Austin, but then he's going to get an RKO by the real rattlesnake, Randy Orton, and Randy Orton wins the Rumble. That's
He's
the
the
prediction.
Viper.
Whatever, I don't care.
Dude,
They're both fucking
I low key
snakes.
thought for a minute RKO Randy Orton might win the Rumble again because
Dude.
I don't know why. I think he might do it. I might want to change my bet.
no.
How much
Yo,
you put on the Rumble, by the way?
This year,
Yeah.
150.
that's not bad.
Okay.
Yo, like all I have to say is his appearance after some like Samoa Joe interrupted that great 2 out of 3 falls match. Then literally like Randy Orton appears, RKO's like goes across the whole fucking screen. It was hilarious. But if we Ricky, you brought up on Twitter the opposite momentum theory, so
None
that
of
makes
those
me think.
motherfuckers are going to win.
Yeah, that makes me think that neither Samoa Joe or Randy are gonna win. But like, what it really comes down to, which I've been saying, mind you, for how long have I been saying I wanted Ms. Daniel Bryan at Mania, and I wanted one of them to win the Royal Rumble. Well,
That's not happening.
yeah, like
I wanted
I'm-
it too.
no, I'm really curious because we have a lot of big names in outside matches. I'm curious if this year we might get double duty for some of these superstars.
We had double duty last year as well, but it all depends on where you book these Royal Rumble matches. These are 2 hour-long matches
I
that
think
you have
open
to.
and close.
We said that last year, but then what was it? The men's were in the middle, and then the women were in the end, and
Yeah.
it worked well.
It did work.
But-
It actually
it
did
worked
work.
well.
Mind you, though, it was also the first women's Royal Rumble, so it made sense.
Yeah.
And
This year
Rousey
they-
debuted.
yeah,
was the
this
real,
year
that was the real reason.
yeah, closing the pay-per-view, you get the watermark with Rousey doing her point as if she won the Rumble. They don't need to do that this year, so I definitely think we're closing with the men's Royal Rumble this year.
Or we could close with Rousey Sasha. They built it up to make it look like that too, as well.
Did
You
they,
don't
though?
know. At the end of Raw, yeah, they were the closing segment of Raw.
Yeah, they were. That's true. All right,
Yeah.
facts.
All right, so let's move on. Let's go down the card and let's see where we're gonna go here. Obviously, we're gonna end with the 2 Royal Rumble matches.
I can't wait to tell you guys some of the bets I placed. Some of them were ridiculous.
Oh,
All right,
God.
okay. So spoiler. So like little sequence. I put
Yeah.
$5 for Baron Corbin to make the final 4. But if I'm if I'm right, I win 80.
Okay.
So
So
fuck
high
it.
risk, low risk, high reward.
hell yeah.
Here-
Same
here-
thing for Randy Orton. I make 35 if Randy Orton does for
Well,
$5.
here's the thing with the Rumble. Now I'm going to talk about this a lot more on Watch the Throne this week. Is that WWE has so many I guess would you say territories and so many brands now that this is the perfect time from a marketing perspective to have people from every brand in the Rumble. I expect a Pete Dunne sighting. I expect some Cedric Alexander or somebody from 205 Live. I expect a Tony Storm sighting. You know, I expect some NXT big names to show up as well. This is the
EC3 at number 3.
Velveteen Dream at
Whoa.
2019.
Oh my God, Velveteen Dream would showing up would give me the chills. But
He
this,
might.
yeah,
He's not
like
on an NXT card. He might show up.
he's in kayfabe contract disputes with WWE.
Oh my God. His fucking Twitter was hilarious announcing that until they meet up and figure out his net worth, he refuses to perform on any live show. When I read that, I'm literally like, oh my fucking God.
But this is the perfect time for them to do it. And WWE as a whole has so much talent that at this point they may not even have to pull out a surprise entrant. They will, but they don't have to.
Last year there wasn't that many like old timers coming back, other than Hurricane.
And then
For
some
the
of the
men,
people,
for the men.
yeah. But you know what I'd love to see? I'd love to see Walter show up at the Rumble too.
Who?
That'd be crazy.
I don't think we're gonna see Walter. I think if we're gonna get anyone from NXT UK, it's gonna be Pete Dunne and only Pete Dunne. He's I mean, I watched like he's 610 days with that title. Like he's
the longest reigning champion of the modern era.
Yeah, so like it makes sense, but like Walter, he was just introduced 2 weeks ago. I believe he's going to be the man to take the title off of Pete Dunne, potentially at the next UK takeover. I'm expecting it to be in Manchester or Birmingham. Birmingham, I would like better because we know how hometown defenses go, and Pete Dunne's from Birmingham. But I definitely expect Pete Dunne. I'm not as convinced about 205 Live guys.
Mustafa.
Well, Mustafa Ali, like
I know. I just want to say that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, this is the best time for WWE to promote all of their brands in one match. There's no other match that WWE can do this with. And that's what's great about the Royal Rumble, because you don't know who the hell's going to show up.
Rumble of royalties.
Whatever, Matt Hardy. So let's break down the card now. The weirdest match of everything: the SmackDown Tag Team titles, The Bar versus the best tag team in the world, The Miz versus Shane McMahon.
Does the turn happen here?
First
of all, who's turning on who?
The turn doesn't happen.
The turn doesn't happen. I think Shane O'Mac and Miz are winning.
Yeah, I think Miz. I think it's gonna be a Y2 AJ thing, where the Miz is. Yeah. Where the Miz is gonna turn like last minute. You're like, guys, what the fuck?
What do you think I was really gonna do?
Yeah.
No, I think they're gonna win the titles, and it's gonna be a very short reign, and then that's when we're gonna see them start feuding for the lead towards Miz versus Shane at Mania.
So the question is, go ahead, Dave.
No, I was just gonna say it wouldn't make sense for them to, if the plan is Shane versus Miz, like the turn just with like the besties in the world bullshit, it's not enough. So I think they need to have the titles for a very short period of time. One of them's going to be the reason they lose. Get your heel turn, and when the heel turn does happen, I think it's going to be Shane turning on Miz.
Really?
I want the other way around. I hope Miz turns on him. I think it makes more sense for it.
My reasoning for Miz remaining babyface is for him to down the road have his match against Daniel Bryan for the title, face versus heel.
SummerSlam, maybe.
It would make sense, and I mean, like it's been. I would like to see a heel Shane again. He's been a face ever since he returned. When they needed to divvy up Raw and SmackDown. So I would like to see Shane go heel. But
you have the whole McMahon's back. You have Miss Vince back. Triple H. All that promo they cut where like, you are the authority. They're all faces. So why turn in authority for your heel now?
Because they're all faces.
But it doesn't fit the whole narrative. Miz is a shitty babyface. We saw that a few years ago. He's awful.
He's not a shitty babyface.
He's a shitty babyface.
He's better as a tweener, leaning more towards a heel.
Maybe that's not fair. Maybe he's so good of a heel it makes him a bad babyface.
Yeah. I think that's where you're going for.
Yeah, I think they win the belts, unfortunately, because it's wrestling's stupid, and it's stupid anyway, so they're going to win.
Yes. Next match. This match is going to surprise a lot of people, especially with a crowd this big. The Cruiserweight Championship Fatal 4-Way.
Isn't this on the pre-show?
Yes, this is on the pre-show, and the United States Championship is on the pre-show.
Well deserved. So Cruiserweight Championship Fatal 4-Way. Buddy Murphy, reigning champion, versus Akira Tozawa, versus Kalisto, versus Hideo Itami. Hey, Hideo Itami got a title shot. Everybody.
He's still on the roster?
Yeah, he's doing well.
Can we skip this?
He actually did win the triple threat going home, so he's not winning.
Well, no, he's not winning, but hey, he gets a title shot, which is good for him.
Yeah,
I wish all the best for Hideo Itami because NXT run was horrible.
The craziest thing, Daniel Bryan posted a video about Hideo Itami, talking about how they faced each other in Ring of Honor in 2006, and Hideo Itami kicked him so hard that it burst his eardrum, and this long thing. And so I'm curious on if maybe Hideo Itami might make a main roster appearance soon, because Daniel Bryan did say next time I see him, I'm going to get him back. So I would like to see that, but I think we're going to have Murphy retain.
Yeah, I don't see anybody strong enough to beat Murphy. I mean, Buddy Murphy's a powerhouse on that brand.
At least not yet. I mentioned the name Kushida before. If Kushida, it depends where Kushida goes, because he could go to NXT. He could do big things in NXT. I hope he doesn't get pigeonholed to 205 Live, but he did revolutionize the junior heavyweight division in New Japan. Yeah. So, face is going to be the one to take the belt off of Murphy. However, I don't think it's a face that we have on the roster yet. And Drake Maverick recently has said that he has new signings coming in. Humberto Carrillo's been putting on some crazy matches.
I think Humberto's going to take the belt off of him.
I could see that, but I think we're going to have Buddy Murphy pinning Tozawa. I have to say that because I mentioned before, me and Nate, the effing great, are doing a prediction challenge. The loser is getting a bare-chested chop from the winner at WrestleMania.
That is going to be a Patreon exclusive video, and it's going to be amazing.
Oh, that all those words are good words.
So yeah, that's one of the matches that had an additional point question. So
yeah, I think Buddy Murphy wins this hands down. Upper pre-show match, which is a well-deserved pre-show match. The United States title, Rusev,
Who
the United
cares?
States champion, versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
That was racist. We have an option to talk about. Who cares?
No, I care.
Rusev, because Shinsuke's leaving the company.
I don't know with this one. It's so weird to say that Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev are a pre-show match for the U.S. title.
It's because neither of them are relevant anymore. This Rusev run is a year too late. Rusev Day isn't even a thing anymore.
Because they didn't want to run with it in the first place.
Yes.
And we made them run with. We made them run with it.
Yeah, we gave them no choice.
Yeah. It's just it thing, and it shows you how badly they booked the United States title again, as a second tier title on SmackDown. It's not even a second tier title anymore. It's like a third tier title.
Yeah,
which is a shame.
I'm borderline with Will about this, that I almost don't care. I think we're going to get Rusev retaining. I want to say I hope to see Shinsuke in the WWE title picture again, but I don't think it's going to happen. But I would like to see this belt
Elevated.
elevated, moved into what we're getting, the amazingness that is Rey Mysterio versus Andrade, formerly known as Cien Almas. Like I think that's your Mania title feud.
Yeah.
How it gets there, I don't know, but I think Rusev. Well, Andrade is a heel. I think Andrade takes the belt off of Rusev, maybe at Chamber.
Maybe. This is the one place where Raw beats SmackDown, and it's elevating the mid-card. It's elevating their mid-card title. Granted, this is also because the Universal title is not on Raw.
Yeah,
all the time.
Facts.
Yeah. So that's, and the WWE Championship is pretty much always on SmackDown. But this is a weak point in SmackDown's booking, is that they're mid-card.
There's not enough time for them, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, the United States title scene, this should be like your week in and week out. This should be your bulk of your programming. It's boosting up your mid-card, and they don't do it.
Well, Rusev and Nakamura can blame Andrade and Ray for stealing the show, and you guys
Mustafa
you guys,
Mojo.
and them as well. You guys are crazy if you think that feud's going to last all the way till Mania. They're blowing their load already. They had a match last week, 2 or 3 falls this week. They've been competing in tag teams. It's going to go another 3 months. What are you, nuts? It's going to be Andrade Rusev.
Which I'm fine with.
Yeah, I think that's fine too. I think Rusev deserves another decent spot on WrestleMania card, even though last year wasn't a good spot at all.
I think Andrade deserves his moment on the Mania main card. I mean, it is a little early for that, but I can see him taking a spot on the Mania main card if they build up that feud enough.
Oh, please. You don't want to see Lana and Zelina Vega catfighting outside during the match?
Oh my God, I need new pants now. Thank you.
The promos they're gonna cut on each other. It's gonna be a good feud for Andrade. I don't think he's gonna win. I think Rusev is gonna hold his belt for a little bit, because what the fuck else is he gonna do?
You're gonna do a double turn?
You could try and do a double turn.
That's the only way I see that.
Yeah, why not?
Make Andrade the face?
Sure. He's popular enough.
We all remember how face Andrade was with his suspenders. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
In his hat.
The feather in the hat. The feather. Don't forget the feather.
I mean,
the Dream has no memory of that.
Right. All right, next match.
Next match. Ooh. Oh, yeah.
Like, ooh.
SmackDown Women's Championship. Asuka, Becky Lynch.
All right. Well, my money went on Becky. How much did I put on Becky? $30. I put $30 on Becky.
Strong.
Yeah.
Strong.
Well, she was getting a dog, $45 coming back, and I think that I'm really that main event triple threat. I think it needs both titles.
It's not. You're not going to get that. You're not going to get both titles unified.
They should, because it makes sense. It makes sense with the tag belts.
No, it doesn't.
The tag belts is one thing.
Throw them on both shows. The women's division is much stronger if it's on both shows as one division.
I disagree.
I disagree. You
have enough star power in women on both shows to have 2 women's titles. Also, to have 2, if what I'm going to predict is correct, to have 2 major women's matches that could easily main event, either or, you keep these 2 titles separate.
Well, the triple threat's coming. Heads up.
Potentially.
I think it's at this point it's a pretty much guaranteed certainty.
I don't think it's a certainty yet. I can see Asuka retaining.
Okay.
Becky entering.
Okay.
Becky winning.
Okay.
Becky moves over to Raw, challenges Ronda.
Okay.
Charlotte wins something wacky at Elimination Chamber or Fastlane or whatever.
Okay.
You get Charlotte, Asuka 2, main event title picture right there, and you have Becky Ronda, the long-awaited matchup.
See, that's great and all, but you have Ronda having to beef with Charlotte because she never got it back for whipping her ass at Survivor Series. You still have that story. It's an open. No, sorry.
Well, you also have the story of Becky never got her hands on Ronda officially.
Yeah, but that's why it needs to be both of them.
I don't know if you do both yet.
It has to be both.
I don't think so.
All right. I said this last year. If you're gonna have women main event WrestleMania, it can't be for the sake of history. It has to be earned. This triple threat is 100% earned. If you keep Charlotte out of that triple threat, man, that is a disservice.
But if you keep Becky out, it's a disservice.
That's why you have them both. And it's perfect. It's 100% worthy of a main event.
But so is Charlotte Asuka too.
As the main event of Hope, no, because
yes.
Maybe if Asuka
they were matching a year last year.
They were, but maybe if Asuka didn't have a shitty run for all of 2018 until the last month.
That's why Asuka has to win and look strong. You build her up into this Mania run.
Maybe you don't unify the belts.
Mania doesn't look at your Mania season. Doesn't look at what's happened within the past year. Your Mania season looks at what you do from the Rumble up until Mania. That's your hype.
3 months.
That's 100%. Your hype right there. Who gives a fuck what you did the last 9 months? That 3 months right there, you can build up anything.
That's fair. But I bet my life on it's going to be a triple threat match.
Can I have your room when you're done? When you're dead?
Well, I might be moving into my entire basement with a kitchen and bathroom. So sure.
Thanks. Asuka's retaining. Asuka's retaining, by the way.
Yeah, I'm also going with Asuka retaining. Like, I don't think you finally do Asuka right with the win at TLC to have her drop the immediate pay-per-view following. I do think Becky, after she loses, will be a surprise entrant in the Royal Rumble. Not sure if it's going to be via one of the open spots or if it's going to be a attack spot steal. I could see her potentially doing an attack and stealing someone's spot.
Or lay out Nia Jax.
Carmella. But Nia Jax would be amazing.
But I mean, like, there are so many ways you could get to this triple threat, but I've had a lot more time to think, and I'm not sure whether it was you, Ricky, or you, Will, who mentioned it, but Asuka's. I'm worried about the position of the SmackDown Women's Championship because
the placement on this card.
In general, because I could theoretically see a eliminated at the same time type of a deal with Becky and Charlotte.
Oh, that'd be.
And then if they agree to go for Ronda, who on SmackDown do you have challenge for the championship? Like, but.
That'd be a shit way to screw over Asuka.
Yeah. So, I mean, and mind you, like, Charlotte's been pretty much the one who's been given the historical wins. Like,
yeah.
And she wasn't in last year's Rumble. She was the champion. So I'm not sure how exactly we reached that triple threat and what it means for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Like, there's too much interfeuding that it worries me, but Asuka's retaining.
Yeah.
I probably. I'm gonna say probably retaining, because I don't know, with the triple threat happening, I don't know what she would do at Mania. I don't know who she'd go up against.
Who, Asuka?
Asuka.
That's why you can't have a triple threat as the main event.
See, but that's why you do unification.
Asuka needs a marquee matchup to solidify this championship.
She does, or she's just a transitional champion.
I don't agree. I don't like her as transitional.
Me neither.
Right now.
Neither do I. But me personally, I really want the unification, so I'm gonna fight hard for it in all of my reasonings. Most likely, it's probably not going to happen, but the triple threat, I would guarantee is going to happen. I think Oscar.
Then who wins what? Is it winner take all?
I have Charlotte winning the Rumble.
Okay.
And it would be winner take all. And who you put it on? Not a goddamn clue. No idea. And that's the best goddamn part. Moving on.
All right.
So did he pick Oscar or Becky?
He didn't really pick one actually.
Oh, okay. I put money on Becky, so I'm picking Becky.
Okay.
So I'm going with the unification, damn it.
Unification is not happening. It's not needed.
It's definitely not.
Yeah. The wrestling fans title for WWE Championship, Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles.
Well, AJ hasn't re-signed, so Bryan
Hasn't or has?
has not.
Well, we don't know that yet.
It would have been announced somewhere.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily. Like if you, I don't see AJ leaving. Like everyone thinks AJ is gonna go to AEW. I don't like. I think he's staying, but I don't think you take this title off of Bryan. I think he has too. Even though I'm not a fan of it, he has too much going with this heel turn. Like I can't understand half the mumbo jumbo he's speaking about, but I have Daniel Bryan going over.
I have Daniel Bryan going over in a classic match.
Absolutely.
I mean, think about this. SmackDown this week had Vince McMahon, the guy who pretty much monopolized wrestling. You know, freaking in the middle of a dialogue between Daniel Bryan and Indy Darling and AJ Styles in Indy Darling.
And
like
Daniel Bryan tried to hide behind him when AJ was doing the Phenomenal Forum.
But like, think of how crazy at that moment. 10 years ago, that would have never happened. Vince has put his most coveted title for his historically most coveted title on the backs of two indie darlings that he never had faith in ever. He even told AJ, if you listen to AJ's 365 or what have you.
365.
Yeah, where AJ said that Vince told him, he's like, I can find 10 of you, like whenever I want. He's like, I need somebody who's a pit bull who really
damn it.
Yeah, who really wants to be here. Which is like, talk about a slap. Like, you're AJ Styles and Vince is like, I can find hundreds of people just like you to fill your spot.
Mm-hmm. I could have done it.
You know, yeah. Okay, well,
he could have literally gotten Pitbull number 2.
Yeah, with generic entrance number 5.
No, Pitbull number 2 is the Pitbulls when ECW.
Yeah, so that's crazy. But now Vince has his faith in some indie darlings.
Oh goddamn time!
Yeah, and they're gonna put on a wrestling clinic.
I hope so.
I can see this being very ROH.
Oh please!
I can.
Chicken papa.
I can. Think about it. AJ Styles is always going to show up for a big time performance.
Big 4.
Yeah,
dude, AJ brings out best performances in everyone.
Yeah, and he doesn't even bring out his best performance of Daniel Bryan because it's freaking Daniel Bryan. They're going to sell for each other. It's going to be a great match. But Daniel Bryan, D. Bryan does return. I mean,
it better not be a dusty finish.
I hope not either. I hope it's a clean one-on-one feud ender. They move apart from each other.
Yep. And Bryan, I don't know who Bryan goes. Has Orton been on TV lately?
Not really.
Well, that's who he's going up against then. Great. Fantastic.
Who knows?
That's my prediction.
I just hope if they don't give AJ a title run into Mania, which is fine, he needs a marquee matchup.
Yeah, him and Finn are probably, in my mind, up for that Taker match.
Yeah.
Which I think they should have a match for the rights to fight Taker, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's the story, to be honest. Like, that's what Shawn Michaels did 10 years ago for 25. Like, he wanted a match. Then JBL was like, well, I want the match. They had a match for it. Because Shawn Michaels was a bitch
that
for a
really was 10 years ago. Holy shit.
That was 10 years ago.
Dude.
So I think that's a great story. This AJ and Finn fighting for the right to fight Taker. I think because Taker's not going to be on TV promoting his feud really until like the end again. Because the fuck else is he going to do? So something in the interim. It's like Cena had to stumble for time last year. I think I had read up on the spot. I think that'd be great. Hey Vince, you're welcome. You can book it.
And Vince is the one really egging on Finn on Raw and egging on AJ on SmackDown.
Yeah, I think it fits.
Yeah.
That'd be a good match. That'd be a good Fastlane match.
It would.
I think Balor wins.
I don't know. AJ Taker is the next best thing to Taker Sting in my eyes.
It's always next year.
I will still deep down in my heart hold for AJ versus Sean, and Sean showed at that house show that he can still. No, he can still go. He was the best looking one in that match.
He carried the whole match because Triple H's chest fell off.
Other than the bald thing, but no, like
yeah, me too,
you could book this 17 ways till Sunday and it won't be right.
Yep. Next.
Yeah. The Raw Women's Championship, Ronda Rousey versus my all-time boo, Sasha Banks. I know Sasha's losing, but I do know Sasha Banks is going to make Ronda Rousey look like a piece of gold.
Rousey is a minus 1,500 favorite.
Is that Vegas odds?
I guess. Whatever this website's odds are.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised that they had Rousey lose in the tag match, but obviously, I would have liked her first loss to be a more marquee match than a tag match with Natalya against Boss and Hug, and unfortunately that match is going to be remembered for a lot of the wrong things.
But Natty tapped out, not Rousey, so it's not really a loss.
I didn't even think of that, to be honest.
It's still a loss.
I don't see it as a loss.
I mean, technically,
yes, it's a loss.
Technically, yeah, it's a loss, but you're never going to hear about that ever.
Yeah.
Because like marks on the internet, like us.
Yeah, no, I definitely have Ronda going over. Sasha will make her look like gold. I'm glad that Sasha got this match. Because let's be serious, she hasn't really. She traded the title back and forth with Charlotte. She never had a successful title defense. I would like to see her get a run with a title that goes more than one defense. But unfortunately, it's not going to be at the behest of Ronda Rousey. Yeah,
no, absolutely. I'm just glad that they're letting Sasha be more of a natural Sasha Banks now. Yeah,
be a bitch. Be a bitch.
Yeah.
Be a bitch.
That's what she needed.
I'm hoping that Sasha losing to Ronda, we get a return of the Boss. Heel Sasha, like.
Yeah, I mean, it's been cracking here and there. It's been it's been fun to see. Like it makes me excited to be a Sasha fan. Now we're not getting smiley Sasha. We get like real bad bitch. I don't give a fuck about your life, Sasha. And that's the Sasha that everybody loves.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Ronda's winning.
Oh hell yeah.
She's gonna stumble through a promo. She's gonna stumble through a promo like she did on Raw. Recovered really well though. But Ronda's winning, and it's going to be a good match.
Yep, which is all it needs to be.
Yeah, it needs to be a match to help Ronda look like she deserves to be in the main event.
Like the writings on the wall for like the main events being, well, not the main events, like who's going to have the titles going into Mania. So why like not? It's the perfect time to have a dream match.
Yeah, just polish the writing on the wall. That's all you got to do. Just polish it up.
Yep. Next
match, the final match before we get into the Rumbles. And the most interesting match on the card, because this can go tons of which ways depending on how you look at it. The Universal Championship. Brock Lesnar.
Oh, I was actually excited you guys did something reasonable.
Versus Finn Balor.
What did I just say about Rousey and Banks? A dream match? Yeah. copy and paste my audio into here next. No, Dave, what's up?
No, I'm excited for this. Like when I read and saw on Twitter that the reports that Brock Lesnar allegedly wants to work with Balor, and we know how Brock feels about smaller guys, but it's a smaller guys that he's always had the better matches with. And if there's a small AJ, I could have seen go over. Brian, I could have even seen go over. Like, this could be booked I said it before, 17 ways till Sunday.
Yeah.
There's one that's been kind of like teetering me back and forth is, God forbid we could see Heyman turn on Brock.
No.
I forgot about that.
Stop it.
It could happen.
Hey, remember the AJ match with Brock?
Heyman's turned on all of his clients except for Brock.
Remember the AJ match with Brock?
AJ style? Yeah, Survivor Series.
Copy and paste with Finn.
I don't know, dude.
I disagree. Now, I've also read that Balor was asked if we'll see a Return of the Demon. Obviously, he's not going to announce it, but he said that he's leaned too heavily on the Demon in the past. So I'm curious if maybe we get another alter ego of Finn Balor. Different pain, like not like Jeff Hardy, Willow type of a deal, but I wonder if we see something else, because this is quite possibly Finn's biggest match to date.
Well, it is. But can we put on our thinking hats here for a second?
I got one. He's coming out as Sister Abigail.
Oh my God! Please. But no, the match was being built for a long time as Braun versus Brock, but now 2 weeks before it's Finn versus Brock. Why would you switch the title and not just make it? If you gave the belt to Finn, why wouldn't you just do this months ago? This building up to Rumble instead of just being like a last minute thing.
I think Brock was the guy until something happened with Braun.
I think Braun is a combination of his injuries taking longer to heal, and I wouldn't be surprised if maybe there's still some backstage heat on him for something. For what? I don't know. I haven't read anything, but we do know that when there's heat on certain wrestlers, they're typically repeat offenders. So I think we could be in another position of someone being having their push either taken away completely or delayed. But unfortunately, I think the boat has sailed on Braun being the one to dethrone Brock.
Oh yeah, totally. Otherwise he'd still be in the match.
And now, so those are the two biggest guys. The next person I would have thought would potentially be Bobby Lashley. We're not getting that anytime soon because they put the title on him.
It's Seth, guys.
And they need to build up Lashley for something.
It's Seth Rollins.
But I think there's bigger payoff in Seth versus Finn 2 at Mania for the title, brings him back full circle.
Then what's Brock do?
No one gives a shit. Brock's not going to show up at Mania.
He's going to be there at Mania because that's a big draw. Brock brings in the most money in this company.
Brock doesn't give a shit about money. Brock wants to go back to UFC. Everybody knows that.
He's going to take that payday, though. Brock's why is Brock going to UFC? For the dollar bill. Money. Exactly.
Yeah. He's going to make more money in UFC, but he's going to be
not going to take a Mania payday.
No, he's not. If he's trading for UFC, he's going.
He can do both.
The last 2 times he did both, he came out with shit matches. How do you do a shitty hardcore match against Dean Ambrose?
He's gonna wait. He's gonna wait for John Jones to fight DC, which is gonna happen before March. I mean, probably after March or in March.
If
he's gonna come back after that. He's
No.
he's not going to miss WrestleMania. He's not going to. Otherwise, if he was not going to be at Mania, he would have dropped the belt to Braun at the house show.
Here's the thing. No, not at the house show. Here's the thing, and it's also because
Saudi Arabia.
there was also what's up.
He would have not won the belt in Saudi Arabia.
No, that wasn't the case. It's because the Roman Reigns thing screwed it up. But WrestleMania does not need Brock Lesnar.
Yes, it does.
No, it does not.
Yes, it does.
No, it does not.
No, it doesn't.
He's the biggest money draw in the past 5 years.
The biggest money draw right now is Ronda Rousey.
That's fair.
WrestleMania does not need Brock Lesnar.
But it's gonna help.
Your biggest draw for Mania is Undertaker. Your biggest draw for Mania is AJ fucking Styles.
No,
I can name about
John
10
Cena.
other people.
Is he John Cena even?
Yeah.
He
I
might
can
not
name
even be
about
there.
10 other people besides Brock Lesnar.
Cena's gonna be there. Dude, his injuries at work.
Maybe he wins the Rumble.
My whole thing is that here's how it plays out for me. I love seeing, if Seth wins the Rumble, I would love seeing this belt on Finn and Seth and Finn get a proper Universal title match instead of the hack job that we gave him at SummerSlam.
Hey, last time Seth fought Brock, it was a known contest because Undertaker kicked him in the balls. So there's your full circle, Dave.
Well, no, not that.
That was fucking retarded, Will.
It's a fact.
He did get kicked in the balls. It was a ball kick.
I mean, you guys, it just comes back to logic and business. I mean, Finn, you guys are working yourselves into a shoot here.
You're doing logic and business and wrestling. Take it easy.
I know those words came out of my mouth and they sound foolish, but it's true. Vince McMahon's a good businessman. Brock's a good businessman. He's needed. He's not most important. I'll grant you. He's not number one on the list.
And you want to know a match that Brock could be in without the title? Brock Lesnar versus The Rock. Boom.
Rock has movies. He's not going to be there.
Rock always does movies.
Dude,
The Rock's running for president, Dave.
If there's a Mania that Rock would return at, it would be New York.
Right, but I haven't heard anything. It depends on his schedule. And he was going to win the Rumble and face Reigns, but that didn't happen. So, yeah.
I just gave you a match for whatever percentage it may or may not happen.
Yeah, I would love to see that, but it's not going to happen because Brock is not available. I'm his publicist. You should know this.
Brock or Rock?
It's going to be Seth. It's Seth Brock. That's the match.
No, I think it's Seth Finn.
It's okay. You could be wrong. Next match. Women's main event, women's Rumble or men's Rumble?
Actually, no, this isn't your show. This is my show. So we're still staying on this because I still haven't been able to do my prediction yet. So take your seat back in second and shut the fuck up.
So we'll pick Brock. I'm picking Finn.
Here's where I'm going with this. Is an ordinary man cannot beat a beast, but a demon can. This all plays into whether or not Finn comes out as regular Finn or as Demon Finn. Demon Finn's undefeated, and you cannot destroy the gimmick of Demon Finn by Brock beating him.
Didn't AJ beat him? Did we squash that?
Finn won.
Finn won.
Okay, my apologies.
Yeah.
I have a plaque, for God's sake.
I don't know. That's why I asked. I knew you would. I knew you would correct me.
Yeah. So that's the whole thing. I think it would be a great shock if they put it back on Finn. Everything is leading to them putting the belt back on Finn. You have this whole Finn versus Vince McMahon where Finn's like, "You never believed in me," and Vince's like, "Oh." McMahon. Vince, I saw that photo. That's really disturbing, actually. They do a face matchup of Finn Balor and Vince.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe Prince Devitt, Fergal Devitt, was really the one scheduled to be Vince's illegitimate child.
Could you imagine? But yeah, I can see it be something good. And what better way for Finn to be the ultimate over right now is to be the person to slay the beast. They have this whole David and Goliath thing that they were talking about on Raw. That's exactly how this match is going to play out.
Bible references on Raw, by the way, fucking weird.
Bible references mixed with Vince McMahon trying to think about Super Mario and
Mushrooms.
Okay.
You're out
So
of your
Finn,
mind.
Finn, Finn wins the Rumble. Finn wins the belt. Who wins the Rumble?
You just said
Seth.
Seth.
Yeah, I don't want Seth versus Finn.
Why not?
We've seen it all last year. We've seen it so
You
much.
know what
the
else
IC
we
belt.
saw? We saw
No,
Rock versus Cena 3 times.
But
Over.
Saw
we haven't
AJ
seen
Cena 3 times.
we haven't seen Finn versus Seth for the big red fruity roll up since the Brooklyn crowd demolished it and Seth put Finn on the shelf. And the next night, I had to cry watching him relinquish it. We did not get a proper ending to that feud. And they have put match after match after match of amazingness. Imagine
for the IC belt in 2018.
so
why are they doing it again?
Imagine how good that match would be elevated with the red strap.
But I've seen it.
No, you haven't.
We've seen it. We saw it all last year. I watch Raw.
But
On Tuesday.
the IC belt and the like.
Right, but
they
it's all right. It's the same match, new coat of paint. I've still seen it.
Okay, you saw AJ Styles versus John Cena before they went for the title at the Rumble. You still fucking loved it.
Yeah, they did it.
Same match,
They did three separate matches on 3 days. These guys have been fighting. These guys were fighting for months in a program.
Cena and Styles was the same match with an added ending to each match.
Right.
If you look back at all three, that same match, new code of paint.
Yeah, but nothing. That's your argument right there. But they fought 3 times over the course of a year. Correct?
Okay.
Right.
Over the course of the year,
Seth and Finn have fought more than 3 times over 3 months.
Incorrect. They've fought in different variations of matches. It hasn't been Seth versus Finn 1-on-1.
Even more than
no, it hasn't been Seth versus Finn 1-on-1.
They had a program. They had a program together
Seth versus Finn 1-on-1? Where is Seth versus Finn 1-on-1 without any outside interference, without any dusty finishes, where it was mano y mano? It hasn't happened since SummerSlam.
Well, unfortunately, Raw is so forgettable. I couldn't tell you, but it's been they have had matches.
They have had sure.
They were in a triple threat last year.
That was a triple threat. It's not Seth versus Finn. There's an added
person.
But you only have two guys in back-to-back matches, and that's Cena and Raw.
Your argument sinking.
No. Okay.
Hey,
shut up, Dave. Your argument is that Brock Lesnar is going to skip a payday for WrestleMania.
Yes, because it's going to go back to UFC.
Not before he gets a paycheck for WrestleMania first.
No, he already makes 13.5.
One more time.
13.5.
What's that mean?
13.5 million is his annual salary.
13. Fuck, that's a lot of money. But they all get really?
Yes. He's the highest
paid
wrestler in WWE.
Yeah, and you think he's not going to be at WrestleMania? Yeah, your argument's sinking. Ayo.
His argument's not sinking at all.
We're an hour and 23 in. Can we talk about the Rumbles now? We have a lot to talk about. We talk about my bets coming up.
No, we're not going to talk about.
I don't give a fuck about your bets.
This, Dave. I don't give a fuck about you. This is a great argument and all, but the clock's a ticking. We can let Mr. Fresh decide who won. Per usual.
We'll let Mance decide who wins.
Is he oh yeah, he's a GM.
He's the other
co-GM. When's the last time we had co-GMs? Bischoff and Stone Cold.
Stone Cold.
Which one are you, Ricky?
They're
both good options.
Yeah. I don't know. Stone Cold was kind of a character. I guess I'm more of the Bischoff. But I don't know. I don't want to get fired and get put in a dumpster.
I'll toss you. I can't put you in a dumpster. It's impossible.
No.
I can't lift you. It's impossible.
Get your weight up. I feel like you'll be a Stone Cold. I feel like I'll be a Stone Cold. Anyway, all right. So let's go to these Rumble matches. There's a lot to talk about. Who do you guys want to do first? Women or men's?
Let's do.
Here come the women.
Yeah, here come the women.
Here come the women, ladies and gentlemen.
I think the men's is more interesting, so let's do the women.
The women's match. I don't know where you want to go. It's a Rumble. Like I said, anybody can show up at any time. Let's just start with surprise entrance. Who's going to show up that nobody expects?
Bella's one of them, or both of them.
I think we're going to get Trish and Lita sighting again. I think they're going to be factored into the Elimination Chamber match for the tag team titles, and
I'm
that's
gonna
going to be bringing
say
it back to television.
Monroe Sky is going to be showing up. She's ready to go.
Birdie will be rolling down her stroller.
Joe Danielson.
We're going to see the debut of Izzy on the main roster.
Izzy. No, actually, real talk though. Oh, Lacey Evans already announced she's going to be in it, so I can't even say that.
And Nikki Cross is going to be in it.
Yeah.
I'm now married Nikki Cross. This is very depressing.
Yep. She's married to Killian Dane. Sorry, bro.
Didn't see that coming.
Yeah, I didn't either. That's a buzzkill and a half. What? He must have a great personality or something. Christ. Michelle McCool is coming back. It pretty much. Remember last year? All those surprises. It's going to do it again. Except no Molly Holly.
I liked Molly Holly in there.
I liked Molly Holly too, but I don't see it.
I mean, there's
Vicky
maybe
Guerrero.
There's maybe 8 or 9 spots open for people.
Yeah,
like
I believe there are 9.
Polo.
I've been begging for Victoria to come back for ages.
I don't think Victoria is.
I don't either, but I wish.
I've been wanting to see her return. I've been wanting to see Melina return.
I don't give a shit about Melina.
And let's be serious. A fan favorite that everybody's hoping will, but most likely won't, AJ Lee.
That's the one thing that the Rumble's missing. If AJ Lee shows up,
Gail Kim.
Unreal. Gail Kim, too. I think Gail Kim is retired, right?
Yeah,
no,
she's really pissed off at wrestling.
She's pissed off at everything WWE. She's right now like involved in a storyline on Impact between Tessa Blanchard and Taya Valkyrie.
No relation to the Valkyrie.
Yeah, right?
No.
Wrestling's gotta stop stealing our gimmicks. Iron Woman, because this one actually has an Iron Woman.
Sasha was the Iron Woman last year. I don't think
it's
going to be Sasha. I'd give it to Bailey. She's not going to win.
I was thinking Bailey as well because you're going to start see. I think we're going to start seeing pieces move towards showcasing the women of the Wrestling 4 Horsewomen towards that eventual whenever the fuck it's going to be 4 versus 4 match.
2020.
I definitely think Bailey's going to be or even Alexa.
Yeah, it's her first match back. It could work. Oh, man.
No comment. No idea.
No idea. Okay,
most eliminations?
Most eliminations.
Tamina.
I was actually going to say Tamina, too, for no reason.
So it's going to be Tamina or Nia?
Michelle McCool again. I don't
What about...
Oh, Charlotte.
No.
No,
she won't have the most. All right, here we go. Shortest match time.
Carmella.
That'd be shit. That'd fucking be shitty so much.
Because of R-Truth.
If it's based on height alone, then it's going to be a tie between Alexa, Zelina, and Nikki.
I'd say Lana gets the shortest match time.
We saw this last year. They're not tall enough to like lift them over the ropes. Spots.
The first 2 people that start the match are
Bailey
and
Ruby.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Good answer, Dave.
All right. Name your final 4 participants.
Charlotte, Ruby, Alexa, and Becky.
I'm going to go Becky, Charlotte, Ruby, because I think Ruby's going to be Iron Woman. Who's going to be my 4th? Lacey Evans will put on a show.
Charlotte, Nia. Fuck. Who else is on this roster?
You don't. I mean, that's the thing. You don't know who else is going to show up. You have Iconics.
No.
You can have Shayna Baszler show up out of fucking nowhere.
I'll throw Bailey in there for Final 4. And Alexa, because I don't know.
All right. And last but not least, who wins? Of course, I'm going with Becky. You guys are going with Shar.
I don't think Becky's in it.
I think Becky does go in it. It all depends on match placement on this card.
Mhm.
The big thing in Rumble is where is your singles match
Mhm.
compared to where the Rumbles are at.
Mhm.
It's gonna be a huge deal.
I
All right.
think it's a total Becky move for her to enter and win. If she enters, she wins. I would gladly lose the money I put on it if that happens. Actually, no, I wouldn't. I'd take that back. Charlotte needs to win this thing. But yeah, it fits her character. So if there's anyone to do it, it would be Becky.
All right, let's move along, folks. The final match, the men's match. All right, so first two people to start out.
Me and Dave.
Word. I'd like to kick the shit out of you.
That sounded like oddly sexual.
No. Will's a masochist.
I don't know what that word means.
Means you take it.
Like Steph
don't know.
Law.
Yes.
I don't know who starts this match off. I don't even know.
I don't know either.
I don't even know everyone who's been announced for the match.
Jamaican Kofi.
Jamaican Kofi and Big E Langston. Has to be Big E Langston.
Oh,
Who's
NXT Big E
starts?
Langston.
You know what? Rey Mysterio.
Rey
You know
Mysterio
what?
and Andrade Cien Almas.
No, could you imagine? No, I think Elias is going to start this off.
Yeah, you're right.
Elias, and then he's going to get mic checked by Big E, and
No.
Elias and Big E are going to start out.
Do you think Braun enters the Rumble?
Yes.
Yeah, he won't win.
29.
Yeah, Braun is the person you put in. He's going to clean house.
I'm sure. I might put that for a Final Four bet.
All right, so who has the shortest match time? Who's the not?
Hornswoggle.
Oh my God, I'm going to say it's R-Truth.
Archer's not even in it.
Well, I mean, yeah, I could see him be attacked in a spot stolen. I can't even think of people who are in the Rumble.
There's so many people that can show up. That's the problem with it.
Shortest time. Let me look at the list.
I'm gonna say Santino Marella again, just because.
I would
Let's
love
say
to see him
Santino.
back.
with that bellowing Italian opera music in Phoenix.
At a baseball stadium.
Yeah, at a baseball
I'm gonna say
stadium.
Apollo Crews has the shortest time.
That would suck.
No, after the match that he had with Lashley and what looks like he's going to be getting a push, I don't think he's going to be the shortest.
Yeah, I know.
I think it's going to be Titus O'Neil because Titus going to slide to the ring again.
Yeah, it is gonna be Titus. You're right. That or Mojo Rawley.
No, I think it's going to be Titus. Titus is going to slide into the ring again, and it's going to be really fucking funny. Who's the Iron Man?
Drew. No, Seth. I'm sorry, Seth.
I like Seth as the Iron Man.
I think
Iron
Seth
Man
comes
winner?
in like at number 8, 9, or 10. Seth comes in and he wins it.
I'm going to say Seth comes in at 5, 6, 7, just so I could be before you.
Although I put $10 on Drew McIntyre to be the longest, and it's if I win, it's $140. So
Most eliminations.
Drew.
Drew McIntyre.
All right, some bonus questions. How does Kofi Kingston escape elimination?
He doesn't. He wins.
The one time Kofi Kingston doesn't escape elimination is when he's the Final Four. Which I would love to see Kofi as a Final Four, just as like an acknowledgement.
I think maybe a tray of pancakes is going to be left on the floor next to the ring, and he's going to jump on the pancakes and jump back on.
You know what? I think he's going to land on home plate. Like someone's gonna bring like a home plate and put it there, so he lands on home, but home plate is not the actual
I keep
floor.
forgetting the stupid things in a baseball stadium.
Exactly. They're gonna land on something baseball. He's gonna land on something baseball related, and it's not gonna be the floor. Like a.
It's gonna be the tarp. It's gonna be the tarp.
So they're gonna roll out a tarp.
It's gonna be the tarp already rolled up.
Yeah.
I don't know how Kobe's going to escape. It's going to be something really creative. Um, what's the number one? All right, who are your surprise entrants that are not from the main roster but are going to show up in this match?
As
Velveteen Dream, Lars
I
Sullivan,
wish. I wish.
EC3.
He's already on the main roster technically.
No, has he had a match?
was he? Well, he showed up.
It
Was he?
hasn't. He hasn't debuted yet.
What you
He's
mean
been-
to say, Dave? Was he announced?
He hasn't been announced for the Rumble yet. No.
There you go.
There you go.
So that's 3.
Oh,
Actually, if you're gonna bring in Velveteen Dream, he has to be either the number 2 entrant, or he has to be like that number 3, like that first person to come out.
ow! Velveteen Dream.
The place,
Dream
the
is.
place will lose their shit.
You know, Velveteen's gonna be in the crowd for Takeover.
It's like eating popcorn.
He's gonna be a surprise.
He-
Oh my
he's-
God! Velveteen Dream's coming out NXT.
He's gonna have the John Cena beer, and then he's gonna throw it on a fan when he hops the ring. Hulk Hogan.
Oh my God, no!
Oh my God! Imagine if he wheels his ass down to the fucking ring. Ant would lose it. All right, final 4.
Oh, I know a surprise entrance. The Big Show will show up.
Kane.
This is the Big Show will be. This will be a Big Show swan song because I do not believe Big Show is making it to Mania this year.
Ooh, maybe
Henry.
we could get an Undertaker sighting that can potentially be the kickoff to his feud.
Ooh, that would be interesting. I think Pete Dunne shows up from the UK.
Peter Dunn.
I still think you get a 205 guy, maybe a Cedric. Cedric and Mustafa go at it in the Rumble. You know, I think Tony Storm shows up in the Women's Rumble. I would love to see Walter because you start that Walter and Pete Dunne feud in the Rumble.
I don't think they're gonna start off an NXT UK feud on a main roster pay per view.
But why not? There's no reason not to. It gets more eyes on the product,
And
and that's
Walter,
what you want to do is put eyes on the product.
I like it all comes down to what Walter's contract is, because I know for a fact he didn't like the once in a blue moon tour of the States, but like with his appearance at Blackpool 2 weeks ago, and then like on the most recent episode of NXT UK coming to the ring, booting out the members of Gallus, I don't think we see a progression of that feud towards until they announce the next takeover, which I've already gone through. So I don't think you see Walter, but definitely Pete Dunne. I mean, for God's sakes, a big question. Why is there still a WWE logo on the UK Championship and not an NXT logo?
Because the WWE United Kingdom Championship.
It,
Therefore, it can travel. It doesn't have to stay in NXT UK. It's a caveat. I really hope Kane doesn't show up, but Kane might.
If he's not governing.
no,
Well,
Kane's
just
gonna
not
show
shut
up.
down.
The
So
He's
government
gonna
shut
show
down
up
Kane
as
shows
Mary
up.
Glenn Jacobs. He's gonna show up as Mary Glenn Jacobs of Knox County, Tennessee.
Yeah, right. Does anybody want to be ballsy and say Kenny Omega shows up? Nobody? Good.
No.
Let's move on. Let's move on. Cody Rhodes shows up. Cody Rhodes shows up, signs half of the Royal Rumble roster to AEW contracts on the spot, and walks out.
he comes out with a cup full of pens.
And a couple of blank pieces of paper.
Who wants it? Who wants it? Who wants it? Thanks, Vince, and walks out. Half the Rumble's over. The Rumble turns from an hour-long spectacle to a 20-minute spectacle because Cody signs half of the Rumble. Oh, that would be perfect. That'd be really funny. All right, Final Four.
Seth,
Drew.
The Big Show. I don't know. And Cena.
So you say Cena shows up at the Rumble?
Yes.
Seth, Drew, Cena, Velveteen Dream. Cena gets eliminated by Velveteen Dream. Then we get Cena versus Velveteen Dream. Book it.
Seth, Drew, Samoa Joe, Mustafa Ali. You got three guys. You got a guy who's main event or hasn't actually had a proper main event. You have two guys who haven't been at Mania who should main event, and you have your wild card in Mustafa Ali.
It'd be interesting to see.
Your winner and Royal Rumble champion for the men's are
Seth Rollins
To face Brock Lesnar.
to face Finn. Fuck off.
Drew McIntyre.
To face.
I can have him face Finn.
Drew and Finn at WrestleMania main event.
I wouldn't like it.
Yeah, I don't see the money in it.
I think it could work.
I mean, anything can make it. Yeah, anything can work.
I think it could work. I'm not saying it's possible. I'm saying, I mean,
It's popsicle. Anything's popsicle.
possible.
Popsicle.
If it's popsicle, it's possible.
It's possible.
You remember those old commercials, the firecrackers? If it's popsicle, it's possible.
Yeah, but
So
No.
instead of saying it's possible, I say it's popsicle.
no.
Well,
it's
fuck
possible.
off.
It's a me thing. Dave, you fuck off.
Children.
Can we skip tweets? Because it's an hour 45 in here.
So we can make tweets exclusive to my Patreon people. Well, not exclusive to Patreon. Patreon exclusive first, then coming to YouTube later. So
Yes.
my top 5 favorite tweets of the week are pretty interesting. There's a lot of meat references going on. There's a dad joke in there.
Oh, I can't wait for this.
So there's a dad joke. There's a couple other stuff. Slack doesn't win this time, so
Oh, that's good.
fuck you, Slack. Join our Patreon.
I'm gonna have to. Oh, he means he has to join the chat, which would be hilarious. I'm gonna have to add a commercial break in between the cards because I kind of forgot to do that. But
yeah,
that's
it's
okay.
fine.
That's fine. We have one.
Yeah. So
All right. So there's nothing else to say, I
no,
guess.
there isn't really anything else to say except what are we crowning? We have not crowned Takeover, and we're not crowning
Shit.
Royal. We haven't crowned Royal Rumble.
I forgot we do that. So
Yeah.
Takeover is going to be a solid 8. Rumble is going to be a solid 8.5. There you go.
I think Rumble's going to
Takeover-
be. Sorry, go ahead, Dave.
Takeover is going to be 8. I'm going to put Rumble at a 7.5.
Wow, low ball in the Rumble.
And it's more so because of its first time in a stadium. I think that's going to work to their disadvantage, and all the kinks aren't going to be ironed out. So I don't think the show's going to flow properly or look that great yet.
You are so.
Um,
What does stadium ever do to
Where's
you?
the stadium
Right?
thing
Like
come from?
the Diamondbacks aren't even rivals of the Mets.
No, like I've had these like bad vibes ever since it was announced for a stadium.
What?
Well, like,
Why?
like they put on their biggest shows in stadiums. It's not like something.
But like I said,
butter with the stadium.
I was the same way when they first had the manias at stadiums too. It took
how did
it took a little while for me to. It took a while for it to grow on me. I can't help it.
But hold on, but this is no different. It's just a different name of a show. It's still a wrestling show
No,
in a stadium.
No,
It's a football stadium, though.
No, but it's just I don't think the way it's going to come off being in a stadium on a baseball field is gonna look right, and I think that's gonna take away from the show as a whole.
All right, so here's my question: what were your thoughts on the way WrestleMania 19 looked?
I didn't like it.
Why?
So that's where the bad vibes came from.
From WrestleMania
He
19?
didn't feel safe and safe go.
No, like, but I mean, also having to follow WrestleMania X7 and X8, like,
But those are also still stadiums.
I can't explain it.
You can't
It's-
sense with the senseless.
Like I mean, like it's I can't explain it because like I can say like it's a stadium, but it wasn't an outdoor stadium. But Safeco Field and Chase Field both have retractable roofs, so it can look like it's indoor anyways. So like I don't.
can't wait because it's gonna be pyro.
Yeah. Oh my God! Finally.
Like, I'm very excited for this stadium. I think the bigger crowd, bigger field, bigger atmosphere. It's a win-win all around. I can't think of one thing that would make this look bad. Except they came up from a dugout. That'd be hilarious. Drew hits his head. No,
Whoa.
Kane hits his head on the fucking dugout.
Or like they
Will,
have to wait for an
Will,
on deck circle.
Well, you can record like live reactions of me when I'm over, and like I don't think I'm going to enjoy it that much.
But here's my
I
thing.
think the
Dave.
matches are going to be good, but I think its appearance isn't. It's going to be weird.
It is going to be wonky. We'll see how it is.
Dave, here's my thing. You're not going to be there. You're going to have the best sight lines of anybody. You're going to be watching it on TV.
Yeah, right. Make him take a trot from the bullpen.
No stage, just coming from the bullpen.
Yeah.
And do their like working out. Whatever.
All right, Ricky, what are you crowning this?
I'm crowning. Takeover's going to be a solid 8, almost no matter what. I think the Rumble is going to be a great Rumble this year. It's going to be a 9.
Right?
The matches on the card for this year's Rumble are better. I have high expectations for this year's Rumble.
Okay. King of the Night before we can get the fuck out of here.
Oh, I got mine. Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, okay. That's fair.
Okay. If anyone doesn't know who Orange Cassidy is, he's probably the coolest indie wrestler you've never heard of.
He's like, I say he's like, what the fuck is his name?
He was a Dean Ambrose and Kurt Hawkins mix.
No, it's
Heath Slater.
Heath Slater. I'm like, he's like Heath Slater, but cool.
Did you say he was like Heath Slater and Dean Ambrose, but cooler?
At first I said he was like Heath Slater, then I added in Dean.
Yeah.
It was a smirk when he landed on his ass.
Yeah.
Which I still don't know if that was planned or not. I have no idea how that happened.
He did a corkscrew moonsault onto his opponents, landed in the crowd on the barricade,
sitting down
in a perfect
Smiling.
position, smiling.
And you give respect. He landed on Kurt Stallion.
Kurt Stallion's a
Put
skinny boy.
respect in your mouth.
Yes, there's actually a video, Will, of me and you, on Queen of the Rings, like Instagram from that day, of us marking out when we found out he landed on a barricade perfectly.
Really?
Yeah.
Send it to me. Put it in the Patreon chat.
If I could find it, I don't think she has it anymore.
Oh, you twat. All right, King of the Night, Kurt Stallion. Mine's going. No.
Orange Cassidy.
Sorry, Orange Cassidy. You know what? Mine's going to Kurt Stallion. For his promo. Yeah, him taking the glasses is all I wanted him to do. From that, it was love.
Mine is also going to someone from the Evolve show, Johnny Wrestling. Such a great return for him. It was a great fucking match. Then his putting over the whole roster after the match was amazing. Like, even putting the idea in my head that maybe we're going to see Darby Allin challenge for the Evolve Championship soon, and getting a chance to meet him. Like, he really is as down to earth as everybody who's met him has told me. And I got him to sign the little winky face poster they were handing out. So absolutely Johnny fucking Gargano. Johnny Evolve, Johnny Wrestling, Johnny insert noun here.
Johnny not going to win at TakeOver Phoenix.
Yes. And with that, let's cue the music.
Thank God.
Chicka chicka papa, chicka chicka papa. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are still here listening to us, 1, I don't believe you, and 2, thank you very much for joining us for episode 132 of the Kings of the Rings podcast.
The Rumble of Royalties.
Royalties preview show. 2 American hours just about. It was a great show, guys. I love it when we argue. It just makes for great radio. Best. But Brock Lesnar is going to win his title. I'm sorry. Retain a title, excuse me. KOTR podcast, anyone, anywhere podcast, and social media can be found exclusively on SoundCloud as well. If you don't like the other shows, such as KOTR, sure, they were amazing shows. Not the soap opera, which I just finished. It's amazing. Ran with Ant.com with Dan. Got next. This is me. It comes around every now and then. A lot of stuff going on with us. But to me, it's me. It's with me. Season Talk. ARASHUK. Catch me on this network and others. As long as I can Ricky Ortiz. Ricky, by the way.
I'm
Dave,
getting to it.
back to you.
Oh, well, Dusty Dave, Davey All Belts, goodbye. Mwah. Good night. Bang. Ricky?
Thank you, Dave, sir. King Ricky Rose, the Kings of the Rings podcast, your social media ambassador, your co-general manager of Wrestle Addict Radio. Check out all of our shows. Go to represent.com/Wrestle Addict Radio. Buy some of our merchandise. If you haven't heard, Manson to Get the Podcast is doing a Royal Rumble entry bet thing, and if you win, you get Wrestle Addict merchandise of your choice. So make sure you buy a King Ricky Rose shirt. Also, please, if you haven't already, join our Patreon. You can get a lot of exclusive content for only $1 a month. We're cheaper than Netflix, we're cheaper than Hulu, we're cheaper than Sling, and all those other subscription services. So how about you guys just subscribe to some people that you really enjoy? And that's us, the Kings of the Rings podcast. You can find us, KOTR_podcast, on a bunch of social media outlets. Find me at Ambassador Biggs on equally more social media outlets. And also, if anybody's doing something for Royal Rumble, let me know, because I'm not going out to Jersey to see Will and Dave. Although Will and Dave, I believe you guys are going to be on a Patreon exclusive live stream potentially, or a chat. We got to figure it out after the show.
Does that mean video?
Yes, you can do it. You can do it through a private stream on YouTube, which only Patreons can have access to.
All right, we'll figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But until then, we're the Kings of the Rings.
Oh yeah, I am going to Phoenix.
We'll see you next week. Yeah. I need more. Now it's
Yodeling.
Why? Because I do.
Yodeling. Yo, I'm talking to yo. Yo, the beats were better than the Beatles. I'm gonna say it.
Yeah.
You know, can I stop
Don't at
recording
me.
now?
Yes,
you
I
can.
stopped recording like 30 seconds ago. Okay.
The Beatles don't at me.
Oh
I
my
might put
God!
that- I might put that as my next tweet.
Yeah. All right.
Anybody read my tweet from today?
No. I didn't.
It's really
All right,
fucking
get
funny.
this up now, because I'm probably gonna edit this tonight because I have the doctor tomorrow. I have me infusion again.
Nice.
So 3.5 hours in a
James
chair.
Harden dropped 61 in the Garden tonight.
Dude, the only thing James Harden does is shoot the basketball. That's all he does. He's like the most overrated basketball player ever because all he does is offense.
It's like Carmelo Anthony.
Dude, Carmelo was signed by the Bulls and 12 minutes later released by the Bulls.
Atlanta did the same thing to him earlier on in the year.
Oh, I know, it's amazing. Fuck Carmelo Anthony.
No one wants Carmelo Anthony.
I don't want Carmelo Anthony.
Oh man! So I tweeted after work. I go, explain to my coworker about what getting cream pie is. Tops the list of things I didn't think I would ever discuss at work.
Oh my God!
It's due to a case I'm investigating.
I don't want to know.
By the way, this came from a female. She's like, "What's getting cream pied?" And I was like, oh, "I'll explain to you later."
I'll tell you when you're older.
It was really funny. She made a joke. She's like, "Oh, that's what they call it." I thought that was natural.
What?
She was joking. I hope. It was really funny. We're having this conversation, and fucking there's like a couple of ODs and administrators there, and then one of the heads of HR are also in there because we're triaging this incident together as like this cohesive unit. And she's like, "What's getting cream pied?" And the head of HR is like, "Oh, grow the fuck up."
Like you don't know. You're not fooling anyone here, Cassie.
And in that moment, I was like, God, I love this place.
I love that you pay me a lot of money to do this.
Oh my God, dude! Cody Repass got followed by Asuka.
What? Well, I mean, he posts about Asuka enough.
Yo, DM her.
Yeah, right.
Dude, he has 2 Asuka tattoos.
Is he about to get a third?
Wouldn't surprise me.
What? Spoiler here.
For what?
Oh, I'm playing Spider-Man on PS4. Sorry,
Oh.
you guys won't understand.
Well, I have an idea. Can we open up the next show with the beats?
I was thinking about closing with the beats, to be honest.
You gotta shout your lungs out. It has to end it.
You gotta smash your lungs out.
Yeah.
Gotta dog your lungs
Shout your
out.
lungs out.
You gotta roll your windows down.
Oh my dude,
You
I
gotta
can't
lose
even.
control.
That would be
I can't even right
amazing.
now.
Do I love
Yo,
Dope Funny? Don't get me
Dude,
wrong.
would that be our fucking trio's entrance song?
That would be
The beats, and our names will just be beat 1, beat 2, beat 3.
You. I'm gonna put them on. Hang on.
Oh, well, you want to hear a dad joke?
Yes, please.
Hold on, let me find it. Okay. It's from WWE Dad Jokes. Why won't Vince McMahon hear the what chant in the afterlife?
He'll be from parts unknown.
Wrong, because there's no chance in hell.
Oh, that's amazing.
Will, did you delete old audio from
Yes,
okay.
because there's no need for it.
Okay.
This is their biggest hit.
Oh, Killer Tofu?
Yep. I got my rice bacteria. It gets my teeth all nice bacteria.
I can't wait for the Patreon people to like watch all 2 hours of this bullshit. Be like, what the fuck?
Ooh. Refuse to touch that strange meat. Betty like you.
Yeah.
I you.
Killer
Tofu.
Ooh. Killer
Tofu.
For cereal, but it makes my
Makes my teeth bacteria.
E-I-O.
Yeah.
Christian texted me. He's like, I need to run some gimmicks by you. I'm like, all right, let's go. Get on the show. Get on the show. Killer tofu.
Yeah. That'd be really funny.
I love the beats.
Okay, I'm uploading my audio right now. I already uploaded the whatchamacallit, Best of the Rest.
Let's put them both.
Yeah, I'm putting them both in my
I'll
folder.
have them.
Oh man, I am so tired, and I have my fucking individual tomorrow at 9:15 in the morning.
Individual what? Oh, therapy?
For my program, yeah, it's my last individual. Then on Monday I'm graduating.
Closing session. Whoop, whoop. Termination session.
Well, I like, yeah, it's gonna be my last session, and then on Monday it's just like graduation where I get my certificate and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Your
I
last
think I have
station's
my
usually. Oh, sorry, continue.
and then I think I have my last group tomorrow night with Alexa.
Yeah, it's yeah. The last session always called termination. That's just a clinical mumbo jumbo.
Okay, and uploaded already.
Pikachu.
Goo. Have a good night, guys.
Later.
Peace.
All right. Oh, I gotta stop recording. Actually, no. We're gonna keep recording here because this is something that we're gonna talk to the Patreons about because Dave is not here and Dave's not gonna watch this at all.
Nope.
Not at all. All right.
Are we firing Dave?
No, we're not. We're not gonna talk to the Patreons about firing Dave. We're
Can
not
we
firing
fire Dave?
We're not firing Dave. No, I feel as we should do something for Dave's graduation in
That's
like
the
2
opposite of
weeks.
firing Dave.
Yeah, we should do like an ode to Dave, like a surprise ode to Dave thing. Like you know how we
Jake the Snake thing.
yeah, but you know how Phil
Can
and them
we make him a card on Hallmark.com?
Well, no, you know how Phil You know how Phil contacted us to do like a little thing for Dave? I'm gonna do a little thing for Issa for her
Yeah.
birthday. Maybe
Yeah.
we can do like a audio package or something, and have
Vegan
people
Dave.
vegan, yeah,
Dude, I
and
was
have
like, Dave becoming sober is like he became a vegan.
almost.
That's all he's like, the times I've heard treatment program this past year.
But I feel like we should do something for that.
No, we should. No, you're right. We totally should.
We'll reach out to people. We'll do maybe a video package. Should we do video or audio?
Audio. We're
So
a
we can-
podcast, damn it.
Yeah, we'll do audio, and we got to find a way to play it back.
Play it back. You know what? We'll send it to the Kings of Doing's email, and he can find it there.
Just never gonna find it. We'll do something. We'll give everybody 2 weeks. That's by the time he had to graduate, and we'll call it like we gotta name that something.
Well, we can't call it his graduation present because that would be his real, if he actually graduates, graduation present.
My goal is to get Dave so emotional he's gonna cry on while recording.
I know, right? Can we get him like a it's a boy band and it cross out boy like it's a sober boy.
Do like a reveal.
The balloons come up and it's just a bunch of empty cans.
No, we'll do something. You know, we'll do. You know,
No, you know what we gotta do? We gotta give him an intervention so he doesn't start drinking again.
Yeah, we could pull up. We have to do a lot of research on this. Pull up old Dave clips from when Dave was blatantly like drunk.
Dude, I hate listening back to old shows. I hate it. I hate doing it. It's awful.
Like we got to do like that'd be, but it could be necessary. We can listen to old Dave and new Dave.
It's not that much different.
It's a little bit different.
It is different. I'm lying.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. I'll think about it when I'm on the infusion chair tomorrow.
We'll figure something out. But I do like we'll get a bunch of people to.
Black Cat, you're such a bitch. Ricky, you're cutting out there, bruh.
Yeah. We'll get a bunch of people to send us shit and congratulate Dave.
Yeah, let's do it.
On his,
good idea. Look at you being thoughtful.
Finishing program and continuing to be sober.